welcome back to Enter Tournament of Champions podcast. Almost forgot the name of the show. This is the podcast where we take our favorites in movies and gaming and television sometimes and other things and pit them against each other until one survives. We are 1 week away from the Cuckies, everybody. Submit your predictions. Where can you find the nominations? No idea. Just submit your predictions, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
What's going to win? Best Picture.
I really need to focus on getting that list together.
What's going to win Best Fake Mustache Removal? No, that's not a category. I feel like we should do joke categories at some point, but starting out, we're just going super basic.
Okay, I like that. But I like that we're thinking about adding...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I just wanted to go basic just to see how well it goes, timing-wise and everything. And that'll be fun. So I'm Jeff. I'm joined by Kyle and JD. You'll learn our names as we go along. Fuck it. Who cares? Find us on Facebook and iTunes and YouTube. Communicate with us and shit. Leave a review, and maybe we'll do like a drawing or something and give somebody a code for a movie. Seriously, do that. Rate it and review it on iTunes. And so we're just going to jump into it. This week's subject is motherfucking 2008 video games. Why? Because it was 10 years ago. That's the only reason why.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because math. Yeah. Time and math.
Because numbers.
Yeah, exactly. And we like to play by tens.
Oh, wrong episode, sorry.
Wrong episode? What did you say?
I said because love tars. We were talking about
yeah.
stuff,
well,
so.
Tars never not up in this one for no reason at all. I guarantee that. This is also our 49th episode, which means the Cuckies, by pure serendipity, is fucking the 50th episode.
Yeah, we did not plan that.
No, we did not. I didn't. I would love to take credit for that shit. I'm not that clever at all. I'm like, holy shit, it's episode 50. And for those that don't know, it's just the Oscars, but because we're only doing movie categories. But we called it something stupid. It's not like we're, who's the fucking SJW cuck out there in the world? It's not like that. It's like movie awards.
Yeah. And I know it has nothing to do with our reoccurring theme or anything like that, but it's just our thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what we call it, the Cuckies. That's the award that we're giving people.
Exactly.
Is a Cuckie.
We'll find a way to cleverly name our video game awards that I'm sure we'll eventually do. Our version of the Emmy Awards that we'll eventually do. We'll find a really clever thing to kind of measure up somehow, some way we will. But yeah, so the new formula as of 2 episodes ago is to first we're gonna just reveal our top 10 without fanfare, basically just 10 through 1 each of us, and then we're gonna put them in a bracket and put them against each other, and then we're gonna fucking have a friendly drunk debate until they come out. I'm not drunk yet, but I will be. Until they,
me too.
There's a champion declared, a champion of 2008 games.
2008.
Oh boy. Okay, the order starting out, the order of the first round, we're just gonna do it by that. So JD, we have your list up first from 10 to 1. What's your top?
Always first on these game episodes, man.
Yeah, I know.
Love
it's
it.
kind of crazy.
That's kind of weird. That's
makes
weird
no sense at all.
Shitty opinion goes first. No, I'm just kidding. Your list is actually really good.
Give us your completely uninformed list real quick, JD. Thank you.
What's that?
I said, give us your completely uninformed list real quick.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's I don't know. Let's see here. What shitty movie video game did I play the most?
Spider-Man.
That's my list.
Iron Man.
No, that's
my list. Great.
Yeah.
My list is shitty movie video games.
Awesome. All right. Well, here's my shitty list.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, little game called Braid. A little bit of an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Braid. Number 9 is No More Heroes for the Wii. Number 8 is Saints Row 2.
That's awesome.
Number 7 is Guitar Hero World Tour, and I know Rock Band's better, but fuck it, that's the one I played. Whatever. Mario Kart Wii is number 6 for me. Dead Space is number 5. Number 4 is Left 4 Dead. Holy shit, I didn't even do that on purpose.
We almost synchronized twice now, but keep going.
Number 3 is Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Number 2 is GTA 4. And my number 1 for the year is Fallout 3. Fucking love that game. Love it so much, I'm still playing it.
It's a good game.
It's a great game.
You still haven't beaten it, right?
No, but that's like, I don't know, with video games, I just run into that thing where I'm like, I don't want this to end, and then I just never go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's on me. I started playing all like the extra shit that I don't know. I don't even know where I am with it. I probably just have to play the whole fucking thing again.
Apparently, that's where you still are.
Yeah, I just don't want to screw progress,
now
right?
I have to end with my shitty list. Kyle, you're next.
Yeah, that was a really good list.
It's way better than mine.
My previous statements seem really stupid now because.
No, mine's the one. I'm the JD this episode.
Nice.
I'll be like, Jeff, what did you do? Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, my number 10 is, you're gonna see a lot of 2s in this list. My number 10 is Yakuza 2. Mm-hmm. My number 9 is Saints Row 2. My number 8 is Fable 2. Jesus. My number 7 is Rock Band 2.
Now we get to the 4s and 3s and 4s, right?
Yeah. My number 6 is Fallout 3. My number 5 is Left 4 Dead 4. Or sorry, Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
That's where the 4 is. Can you imagine if we already had a 4th one of those games?
Yeah, well, that would mean Valve would have to make a 3rd.
They would have to be doing anything at this point, but they're not. So.
They're dead.
We like making hats. My
Fortress 2.
My number 4 is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. My number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 4. My number 2 is Persona 4. And my number 1 is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots. A lot of 2s, a lot of 4s.
Yeah, cool. Lots of sequels.
Lots
good year
of
for
sequels.
that. Good year for the best of them too.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
one of my favorite years of gaming ever. Right here.
Yeah. If I gamed, like, if I talked to you as much about games and stuff, I probably would have played the same ones as you did and been in like complete like agreement and everything. Like I would have just been like playing the same games and we would have the same list basically. Right. But yeah, I didn't touch like Fable 2 and stuff like that. I have a lot of oversights.
Is really
I know Fable 2, you can fart in it and it's comical, right?
My big upset with Fable 2 is that it got Game of the Year like across the board in every publication, like over Metal Gear Solid 4, and I will like never fucking forgive that game for it. Man. Like just like so mad.
But you love it yourself, so it's kind of like shit.
It's fine. It's number 8.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like you hate it.
No, I really like that game. It's a good game. I have some qualms, but some qualms.
This is where my list is where Jeff didn't really play games. This is the period that Jeff didn't really play games, and I didn't have a Wii for the purpose of getting titles like JD had. I got it for just the Wii Sports, and that's it. So like I don't have any of those titles that look like a blast, and I would have had fun playing otherwise. But I just totally ignored them.
No More Heroes, you shake up your controller like you're masturbating, and it's very funny.
Oh my god, that's the game.
You would have loved it. You would have thought that. I mean, you would have loved that game too.
So my number 10, my first 3 are not really acclaimed games. Let me just say that. Okay, so my number 10 is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Shut your mouth.
It's a great game.
Oh, you think so? Okay, cool.
Super game, yeah.
My number 9 is The Bourne Conspiracy. Talk about movies. Games based on movies.
I played that demo and I was like,
Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with it. But my number 8 is Guitar Hero World Tour, just by default, even though I didn't love it. Just by default, it's in there. Number 7 is Saints Row 2. Number 6 is Left 4 Dead. Number 5 is Mirror's Edge.
Nice.
Number 4 is Burnout Paradise.
I forgot about that game.
Number 3 is...
Nice! I completely forgot about that game. Yeah.
Number 3 is Fallout 3. Number 2 is Rock Band 2. Number 1 is GTA 4.
Your list is good, dude. Jason Bourne, I get it because you're like a big Jason Bourne fan. I like really shitty movie tie-in games too to movies I really like, so I'm not going to sit here and judge you. So.
See, I was keeping track of that project in advance. Like I remember in a movie theater randomly, they would give a behind the scenes of that game. And one of the behind the scenes was like, and we did real fight choreography, and they showed every takedown was like, a seriously choreographed, completely different thing every time.
I mean, I was so like about it when I played the demo. Remember, I just saw those movies for the first time a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the gameplay, the camera angles especially.
I would have been like, I don't care about this.
It's
I don't care
infuriating as a game to play. So it's hard to recommend, but I had to commend them for what they did for like the fight choreography and the mocap stuff. Because it was legit fight choreography, and the environmental takedowns are always like different depending on what you're near. I thought that was cool. I'd never seen that in a game because I don't play a lot of games, so that's the only reason why I made it on my list. Otherwise, I would have put Bros of War 2 in here or something like that. Probably because that was my first exposure to Gears of War. because I'm a simple man. I like pew pew shoot 'em up and stuff. So now we got to put a list together. Put a you know what I'm talking about. Put our 16 together. GTA
Was
5.
Grand Theft Auto the most common high one for everyone?
It is. So I'm gonna put GTA, and then Fallout 3.
I could go Fallout 3 next, yeah.
Cool.
Let's go MGS.
Left 4 Dead?
We can go MGS because it's your number one, dude. It's fucking high.
It would be my number one if I had ever played it, I'm sure.
I'm gonna
fucking love that series.
Man, it's so good. I'm gonna be fighting for that game hard. And
I don't blame you.
Uphill battle.
Because that's like your number one game, like period. So I don't
ever.
Yeah, exactly. Is this where we go Left 4 Dead? L4D?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead sounds good.
And
Rook Band 2.
Oh yeah, Rock Band 2. That's right, because that one's actually good, and the Guitar Hero or whatever can suck a dick.
Yeah, it's not. I don't even like that one as much as Legends of Rock, honestly.
Oh well, yeah, of course not.
And wasn't Rock Band 2 like the best one?
I would argue that it is. Soundtrack wise and gameplay wise.
Yeah,
I mean, Rock Band 3 did add more features, and I played that one way more. But
Yeah,
that's because they only they kind of turned off support for Rock Band 2. So what choice do you have? But Rock Band 2 just felt the best to play, and that's when it took the peripherals and made them just way better.
Yeah, they did upgrade all the periffs.
And Rock Band 2 and oh man, no, not Rock Band 2. Super Smash Brothers Brawl. We got to put that up there. You guys have that.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
Lots of early drunken nights spent with friends playing that one.
God, yeah.
But
Brawl is
mashing
probably
like a motherfucker.
Brawl's probably my least favorite version of Smash Brothers, but like when that one came out, that's when we were playing. We would go back and play Melee every once in a while, which is still our favorite. But
of course,
in the new one, I was on the Wii U. Is that Brawl? No. That's the Wii. Yeah, the one that's on the Wii U is good too. It's really good. Dude, when that one game came out, that's what we were playing, and plenty of drunk nights playing that game. And I was working night shifts. I'd be getting off at 6 in the morning and going right over to a buddy's house, and they were still up from the night before playing it. And
Jesus Christ, that's
awesome.
awesome.
A lot of great memories playing that game.
Yep.
I went ahead and put Super Smash Brothers Brawl, then Persona 4, since you have that again. You have that so high. Then I went Rock Band 2 at 7. So now we're at 8, and I like that we have we kind of all have different titles, but they're all over the place. That's really cool. Saints Row 2, I guess, is another commonality.
That's a commonality, yeah.
And it's kind of high for a lot of us. Or I say high, it's on our 10, whatever. It's you know what I mean.
It was like 9, 8, and 7 for us.
I might not be the biggest fan of Guitar Hero World Tour, but JD and I did have it both in our list. It's a commonality.
Yeah, put it next.
Fuck it.
That's fine. Let it die. Just let it die.
Whatever. It will. Did we put? So we put Saints Row 2 in there. Dead Space. We didn't put that in there yet. Oh, Burnout Paradise. We got to put that in there.
Yeah, put Burnout Paradise in there for sure.
Dead Space. So I'm trying to consider ranking.
Yeah.
Rankings and shit. And then Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
We almost got everything accounted for. Fable 2.
Fable 2's next, sure.
Or Mario Kart Wii. Fable 2. Almost got everything accounted for. Maybe.
I like how we're sticking it to Fable 2 right now, because I won't really cheer for that game or try and push it through or anything.
That's
so,
fair.
and you guys are like, oh, I haven't played it, so I'm just like, good, we're gonna fucking shaft this game, just like Metal Gear Solid 4 got shafted all those years ago.
So, so Kyle, you have Yakuza 2 left. JD, you have No More Heroes and Braid left. I have 2 titles left that aren't necessarily good. So, I like the Force Unleashed a lot, but a lot of people don't. So
a lot of people don't.
Yeah, it didn't get great reviews. So I'm just comparing all 3 of the years left.
How many spots do we have?
We have 2 left, and I don't know where you're leaning, JD. We could put Yakuza 2 in there because.
Yeah, but
legacy.
I have
title.
like pretty much everything of mine covered.
That's true.
Like, if y'all have a couple left, it's probably let's get a couple more of you guys on there.
Let's not put one of mine in there. So
I would honestly say Braid more than No More Heroes. Like it's a much better game. And there's
and
I
so
think
much
I had more fun
legacy.
with
That
No
guy
More
went
Heroes.
insane.
Oh, yeah.
Who made that game? He's
Yep.
like, doesn't make games anymore.
yeah, I saw
So,
that indie
yeah.
games movie that he was in. He was a part of with also with the Phil Fish.
Blow. Oh yeah.
And
Oh, but the
Is that
other
like the
guy's
guy
name
that
is
made
whatever
Fez
Blow.
and stuff.
what?
Was that the documentary with the guy that made Fez and all that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, that's Phil
Yeah,
Fish,
okay.
right?
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on Steam.
It's Phil
I
Fish,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the other
Yeah.
guy, his name is something. They call him Blow or whatever. That's why they call it like
Super
the,
Meat Boy,
the duo
right?
Blow Fish or whatever. I
Yeah,
forget the
Super
whole
Meat
story.
Boy. Yeah, God,
Yeah.
fucking that game is awesome.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
We can put.
It is. Yeah.
We can just do Yakuza 2 at 16. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
16 doesn't matter.
That's
Who
fine.
cares?
It's gonna get knocked out. Yeah.
Exactly. But I think this also kind of creates a poetic matchup. So first up, on 16 seed is Yakuza 2 versus the American version of Yakuza 2, I guess, GTA 4. But it also
yeah,
it also kind of depends on how much Yakuza 2 was like GTA at that time. in the
Well, I mean,
franchise.
they still compared it to it. It's like GTA in the East or whatever. Even though
Oh.
you don't steal cars and you don't do a lot of stuff, but it's still an open world, and you're taking on kind of like side missions and following a story and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of similarities to draw.
Oh, okay.
I would say
the-
that they're not exactly the same for sure, but
Right.
enough.
The round starts with JD on this
Okay.
one. I heard he got
Cool.
hiccups from fucking. How do you get wine hiccups? That's weird.
Why
but-
don't?
It's those tannins, brah.
So JD, your super educated vote on Yakuza 2
Yeah.
versus Grand
Man,
Theft Auto 4.
I really don't know where I'm going to go with this one, like at all.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's a struggle, but I think I'm going to have to go with the one that I've played.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with GTA 4. And I have a lot of negative, venomous things to say about Yakuza 2, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to hurt y'all's feelings. So I'm just going to shut
Okay,
up.
yeah, I'm sure it's super.
I'm glad you're holding that back. 'cause you know
Yeah,
I
just
cry.
I
I'm very
don't want
sensitive.
to hurt your feelings, bro.
Just very sensitive, bro, over here.
I would have done a quick vote, but Kyle, I wanted you to speak to Yakuza 2 maybe and see if.
We could have just said a quick vote, but but it's too late now. We'll just talk. We'll hash it out. I'm gonna choose Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. I won't go into why because I think we'll have to say a lot about Grand Theft Auto 4 down the line. But
Yes.
Yakuza 2 is really good. Yakuza 2 you can revisit this year sometime after the summer. They are remaking that like they did the first one. So Kiwami 2, this one will be called.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Yeah, they're going to re-release the whole series. It's finally found its footing here in the good old USA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you got 6. Yeah,
got
you
that
mentioned
worldwide
6 coming
appeal.
out this year.
6 Song of Life, cool.
Every time I'm like, I'm gonna get that one, I end up like getting it and not playing it enough, or just not getting it and missing the boat. And then there's a new one out. So like, shit.
right. I don't really remember a lot about 2. It was so long ago. I don't even remember if I even beat it. A lot of these games I never beat just because, I was in my 20s, man. You know, we were doing other things. So,
God, was that our
but
20s? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, right? No?
That makes. I was 21. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, no, 21,
21,
2008. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I just discovered liquor, so
Wow. Yeah, so
Like
none of
for-
us were.
I was
like,
just getting tired of it.
games weren't getting us trashed, man. You know?
it was beer and wine in college for me. Like I didn't do liquor a whole lot, and then
Man, I did tequila all the way up to 21, and that's when I quit tequila.
oh man,
I did
that's
vodka all the way up to 21, and I switched to dark liquors exclusively after that.
Reg, oh shit! I'm sorry. This is breaking news, guys. Reg E. Cathy from House of Cards passed away.
whoa.
Who?
You have to know who that is, right, JD?
Hold on, gonna.
He's the barbecue guy.
Oh shit, yeah, dude.
man. He was Johnny Storm's
He was in the-
dad
he was in The
Fantastic-
Wire.
The Fan Four Stick. Yeah, he was in The Wire. Damn,
Oh
dude.
yeah. Oh no.
He's
Holy
got one of
shit.
those like super
Yeah, he talks real
deep
low.
voices.
He was the
little
shit, dude. I loved him in
59.
everything.
That's so young.
Yeah,
Wow.
59 years young, man. Oh my god, that's so sad. Sorry to derail the podcast for that, but that dude was a fucking that dude. Anytime he showed up on screen, you're like paying attention.
Yep.
He's such a good actor. That's such a bummer. Sorry to kill
Damn.
No, it's
Buzz.
okay.
Buzzkill very early in the podcast. But so your vote is GTA 5, but you
4. Yeah.
4. Sorry, 4. I know a lot of people would vote 4 over 5. on at least like on YouTube and shit.
Really?
Yeah, there's one dude that released a video that was like, "Here's why 4 is better than 5," and it's like
the story's way better in
shit,
4,
and I'm just kind of like, you're arguing about semantical shit that doesn't necessarily make 4 better than 5 at all, in my opinion.
I think 4 has a better story, but it has one of the worst endings in game history, and 5 it has a pretty okay story, but it has one of my favorite endings in gaming history. So
has some of my favorite missions in a game. Period. Like all those
period.
heist missions.
Absolutely, missions like in general. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, GTA 4 is moving on without question. I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably end up saying 5 a lot.
That's okay. Me too. I still play 5 to this day, so it's the one I'm used to saying out loud all the time.
Right? Exactly. I still go back and play that shit again. So that goes on to the next round. Here is number 9 seed Guitar Hero World Tour versus the one that dethrones it, Saints Row 2. We should probably just quick vote this because Saints Row 2. I mean, come on. It's clearly better than that game. So the order is. Oh, I go first. I am going Saints Row 2. JD, where are you laying on this one?
Wait, Saints Row 2 and what?
Saints Row 2 and Guitar Hero World Tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Saints Row 2 for sure.
Okay. Sorry, Kyle. I know you wanted to vote for.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one who pushed Guitar Hero through, so I guess I'll begrudgingly choose Saints Row 2.
The only thing that there were some technical issues I remember with Guitar Hero World Tour, in terms of like the gameplay and stuff like that.
Is that the one that added the symbols and stuff like that?
They
that's where it
symbols up
finally
top and
branched out.
3 pads, 3 actual pads to represent
Oh no, but that was the one they added drums in general, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They tried to compete with Rock Band. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Symbols
remember
were
the set
cool,
list
like-
being that impressive, like at all, in my opinion. I don't know, man. That game, I played a lot of it because I was still a Guitar Hero nerd at heart. I don't know. There was just something about it that was just kind of like off to me. I don't know. I know, JD, that you played it probably more, right?
Not quite as much. Probably about as much as you, really, because really, the Legends of Rock was the one that I played the most.
Yeah, same here.
I never got any other console after the Wii, so this was kind of like something I would play at other people's houses that had it.
Right.
Because apparently I didn't have any friends that played Rock Band. Because seriously, what we talked about in the other game episode, I just didn't have a lot of experience on it. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's
so
like
much
any of those
for
games.
a dream scenario where Guitar Hero World Tour fights Rock Band 2, but Rock Band
would've
2
been
would
a
have demolished
slaughter.
it anyway, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly.
slaughter.
But this does create another dream matchup in the next round, so that's kind of cool. Saints Row 2 is dope. We're going to have to save some ammo, though.
Yeah.
Maybe even have to quick vote on the next round, honestly. But sorry to that game. But moving on to the next round, it's number 13 seed Mario Kart Wii. I didn't play this at all, so you guys are going to have to kind of steer the ship a little bit on this one. Versus number 4 seed Left 4 Dead.
Ooh, damn.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
2 very similar franchises. Very similar. Lots of turtle shells. You're throwing lots of turtle shells in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of carnage in both games, that's for sure.
That's true. There's that annoying ass witch that chases you in Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I think you have that right, yeah.
The first time I ever saw a witch in a Left 4 Dead game, I'm pretty sure a little poop came out.
A little bit of poop came out? Yeah.
Just a little bit of poop came out.
If a
Just
little bit of poop didn't come out, you're not playing that game, right?
Fair
It
enough.
should already be coming out when you hear the crying.
Did
You're
you
like,
just
no.
pre-poop?
What's that?
And I love
Oh,
them sound
my
like guy who
God.
doesn't know what they're doing. It's like, get her! And you're like, no! Don't shoot! Oh no! And
Who's
you're
this
just
fucking
like,
bitch? I can walk up right behind her and shoot her in the head.
everyone screaming at this guy, like this
Yeah.
random person. Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm telling you guys, like this, it being one of my favorite co-op experiences of all time may take that game pretty far for me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's the main reason that those 2 games are so incredible, in my opinion. Your vote is first, Kyle, if you want to vote for either Left 4 Dead or Mario Kart.
I'm gonna go Left 4 Dead. I like Wii Mario Kart. I think it's low tier Mario Kart, to be honest. But any Mario Kart's fun Mario Kart. That formula is never not fun. It's just they've done it better since then. They've done it. 64 had a little more charm.
Mario
But
Kart 8 is amazing.
it's still
Yeah.
fun. Oh, yeah, 8's awesome.
8's
yeah.
incredible.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the Mario Kart series, but Left 4 Dead, it's a juggernaut in this tournament right now, so that's the one to watch out for.
Oh boy. So I'm next, and I'm going Left 4 Dead.
Cool.
Apologies to Mario Kart for not playing you.
That's fine.
This is unfortunately one of those things where, like, if you didn't educate yourself on this, it's not like the movie homework where, like, the legacy kind of speaks for itself, or you can look up enough materials on YouTube to find out what the movie's about.
Right.
This is kind of like if you missed the boat, then it doesn't look as good now. It's just
Right. Yeah.
You know, sorry, I didn't play you. Sorry.
It's hard to go back and play games.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Left 4 Dead moves on. Unanimous. Well, I mean, I assume it's going to be unanimous, right? JD, would you have voted for that too?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead for sure. Talk about it. I mean, that's got that Mario Kart Wii didn't establish the legacy of that game at all. Left 4 Dead's legacy is like, come on, dude.
Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead games,
Right.
and, you know, and like we had a lot of, like, you guys probably don't realize, but there are a lot of spin-offs for Left 4 Dead. Like, not that studio did that, but it created a lot of influences and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally.
Like, Warhammer has its own version of it called Vermintide, where you're like killing like rat people and stuff like that in the Warhammer fantasy lore.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variations of that game, and it's just it's got a lot of pedigree, man. It's a juggernaut of a game. I can't believe people aren't making it, and I can't believe they're like, let's do Evolve instead of Left 4 Dead 3. So
Right.
Yeah.
Good job,
Or
Turtle
any
Rock.
like Killing Floor. Like Killing Floor is exactly that too. So
Yeah, it
No,
is.
Killing Floor is fun, man.
yeah,
Killing Floor is
I know that game.
it's fun, but it's like
It's just not the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I'm not
it
saying
just
it's
doesn't have
bad,
that
and
instant
also
appeal.
I'm bad at it. But in general, like it's reminiscent of this. Like clearly,
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead inspired an entire genre basically of
Yep.
shooters, which is cool. But yeah, we'll talk more about Left 4 Dead in a bit, I suppose. The next matchup is number 12 seed Mirror's Edge, my pick. I just want
I like that
to
game a
know.
lot.
Versus number 5 seed Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I know I'm going to get outvoted on this one. Sorry, it's okay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I would be the last vote anyway. So JD, go ahead and start.
Man, this is another one. I'm just going to reserve all my negative comments about that game that I haven't played. I just don't want to hurt your feelings again. You know, just really don't. So it's going to be Super Smash for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot. I probably played that one more than any other entry in the franchise to that point. I didn't have a GameCube, so Melee was kind of one of those things I only got to play at friends' houses again. So Brawl was the first one that I had. So that's.
I don't think I've ever played a single Super Smash.
Brawl's
I'm
for
being honest.
babies. Do not let me. I'm gonna shit on this game a lot, but just know I don't mean it.
Yeah, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's still a Super Smash Brothers game.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
shitting on it within the context of the. Yeah,
you trip for no reason in that game. Okay, I'm done. That's fine. You do though. It's the most preposterous thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
If you're running, it's a random chance that you'll trip, and if you're a faster character, there's a bigger chance that you'll trip.
Oh,
Awesome.
man, that's fucked
Stupid.
up.
It's so
You gotta
dumb.
give him some type of obstacle, or they'll have too much fun.
Yeah, having too much fun. Yeah, he's setting up the perfect hit here. Oh, nope, your character tripped, you big dumbass. There's nothing you can have done about that. Just a random thing that happens to everybody. I love that game, though. Don't let me shit on it.
How are you gonna vote on this one, Kyle?
I don't know, dude. I think I'm just going to probably go Brawl.
Oh, really?
For sure. Brawl. I really love Mirror's Edge. I think it's really great. Until Sunset Overdrive came out, I would say it's the game with the greatest... Jesus, that's on mute. With the greatest sense of locomotion. So yeah,
What does that indicate? What are you referring to?
locomotion
movement?
meaning like sense of like speed that's building up upon like you like doing the right thing to kind of get more speed and keep on going and keep like building up speed and everything.
Right.
You do that in both games, and I think
makes
you know,
sense.
Mirror's Edge was kind of like it did it best for the longest time.
Yeah, it did, and it felt. I remember this was the first game I got on my Xbox 360. I think I got it in 2008. Because I got Mirror's Edge like used or whatever. But when I started it up, I was like, "This is so fucking real. How come people aren't talking about this game?" It blew my mind when I first played it. Because you're first person doing parkour stuff, and also on top of that, taking people out in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. There's parts of it that are frustrating that are like almost unbeatable, and you're like, "Fuck this game!" But and that's mainly like a controlling issue. I think like they kind of didn't work out the kinks. I think Catalyst did a lot in its favor. But yeah, I think it was just an incredibly inventive thing to do a first-person parkour game, and you eventually get used to it, like how to move and where the camera's going to take you and stuff. But everything, all the surroundings, I can't believe how much detail went into how good it looks. Like the shadows and stuff like that, the lighting.
Well, and it's got a good sense of like the visual cues, like red are things that you interact with and stuff like that. So you're always kind of grabbing and heading towards the next red thing or whatever. But it doesn't look stupid, like within the environment. It looks very organic.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Yeah, man. Anyway, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I understand that going through. It's a franchise I've never played one entry of. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have friends that had these consoles with Smash Brothers on it. We never played it together. It just never happened.
It's so much fun, man, because nerds. I mean, you like to who would win in a fight, and it's all your favorite Nintendo characters and
Nintendo.
None of those skills actually matter because the controls are fucking frustrating as shit sometimes, and it's a lot of button mashing. Like, there's nothing worse than that guy that's never played the fucking game. It's just, dude, my sister used to kick my ass as Kirby. My sister used to beat my ass as Kirby. Fuck that shit.
Oh my god, Kirby's such a bitch. I just know that in general. I don't even need to play the game to know that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Little bit.
And if you really want to see like some really impressive shit, like watch a Super Smash Brothers Melee like pro tournament or whatever. Like it's like a dance. Like people are dancing across the screen with like attacks and everything, and it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. With like setups for spikes like right off the ring edge and stuff like that are just. I can't even pull that stuff out, man. I used to do local tournaments back in Plano. Like I thought I was hot shit until I started fighting people who were like way hotter shit than I was.
There's a Pokemon YouTuber I follow, and he's friends with like one of the top Super Smash Brothers players in the country. And so I think there have been a couple episodes where they've had the video of that gameplay in his Pokemon video, and wow, like I didn't know that it could be played that way.
Oh yeah, it's insane, like how next level people get.
Yeah.
This is a nerdy ass conversation we're having right now. I like it.
Yeah, okay, with my Pokemon.
I'm literally pushing up my glasses up the nose of my rich.
Yes, what you don't know about Super Smash Brothers. The bros
What
stand
am I
for
doing
brother.
later? Not having sex with a girl, that's what I know.
God. Okay, here we go. Next round. So Super Smash Brothers Brawl moves on. So the next matchup is number 15 seed Braid. Having a chance to knock out the number 2 seed. Having a very, very strong chance to knock it out. Fallout 3.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This is not a quick vote at all. I'm just kidding. Let's
No,
fucking quick vote this
not
shit.
at all.
So, yeah, we're quick voting this. I'm going first on this round, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And, I'm going Fallout 3. So, JD, what's your vote?
It's going to be Fallout 3 for me.
What a shocker. What a fucking shocker.
I know.
And, Kyle, I assume you would have gone Fallout 3 as well.
I guess it doesn't really matter, so, yeah. Fallout 3. Yeah, it's Fallout 3 for me.
You're that guy who always acts depressed even though you would have voted the same way.
I know, yeah. Listen, I'm included with what y'all are doing, but I still feel excluded.
Oh, shit, that's great. It's not anything to detract from how like resoundingly amazing everybody thought Braid was. I didn't play it.
Me neither.
I know it was included.
I think it's cool,
I know
man.
all about it though. Yeah,
exactly. I know all about it.
I didn't play it back. I didn't play it back in the day when it released. I got it as part of one of those Humble Bundle things.
Yeah.
So I think I literally
Great
paid
way
like
to get
17 cents for this game overall.
Right.
So got a lot of value for that purchase. But yeah, I mean it's just a cool looking little fantasy platform puzzler, and that's the type of shit that I've always liked playing on PCs. Just confusing ass games that just make me want to break my monitor for some reason. I'm a glutton for puzzle punishment in video games.
I feel like I could go back and probably play this game.
It's fun, man.
It's a platformer, and the graphics of it are kind of like retro, so it doesn't. You can play it any year, and it wouldn't feel like it aged horribly. Kind of like when we did 80. We did something with games. 97 games or something like that, and the Castlevania came up, and I played Castlevania a little bit, and I was like, man, this didn't age like at all. Like, because
Symphony of the Night, right?
Yeah, exactly. People still make those kind of games, so I feel like I could go back and play Braid if I wanted to.
Dude,
Right.
you should. You really should.
I always heard Braid was like it's like a kind of like a puzzler game, and it's like for like smarter people. I'm like, cool. It's not for me then. That's all right. I guess I'm out on that one. But I've always really respected it. I know a lot about that game developer, and I know a lot about that game, and I do know how smart it is, and it's got quite a nice little story too, quite a nice little emotional story. But yeah, it's just man, those puzzle games keep me at arm's length. That's for sure. Makes me feel bad.
Yeah, I totally hear you on that. It depends on the how deep it goes into puzzles that I'm interested. Like certain games are just like, okay, well, if this is like The Witness is like too puzzly for me. I think the Talos Principle was one that would kind of met me in the middle up until a certain point, where I was like, oh, there's enough story here, and I'm doing enough to make it feel like I'm not doing puzzles. And then at a certain point, it's like, this is too fucking hard. And then you move on to something else. Yeah. Like Uncharted is an example of, oh, there's some puzzles here, and you eventually figure it out. Like,
Right.
yeah, that's different because it's not a puzzle every level. It's more like maybe one or two chapters you have a hard puzzle you have to work through.
Kind of like Resident Evil, not in style, but just like every now and then there's just a random puzzle.
I don't know. I can't speak to that.
You never played Resident Evil?
I've played this. I played 7.
Resident Evil, I've been on record saying it's one of my favorite series of all time. I have never solved any of those puzzles organically. I'm just like, cool, what does GameFAQs say?
Oh, really?
That's funny.
Take that to this door.
Damn,
cool.
dude.
All right,
Dude,
great. Yeah,
One of my
I'm just...
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I'm just not good. I'm not good at analytical, like, for whatever reason, puzzles or whatever. I'm not a dumb person, I would say, but like for whatever reasons, puzzles, I just don't translate well to them. I don't solve them very well. Sudoku I do pretty good at, but like
Yeah, same
outside
here.
of that, that's about it.
I feel like a goddamn genius when I.
Figuring shit out was like that was the best part of the game for me.
Sure.
Like-
And I put a lot of hours in of just like being lost and stuff like that, but I would get to a frustration point and go, okay, I've been looking for this for like an hour.
Of course. Yeah, I get that.
Time, yeah, and back then we didn't have YouTube videos, so like you had to like get on the GameFAQs boards and like go, hey guys, I'm stuck and I've got like a blue key in my inventory and I don't know where to take it, you know? Like,
Or just go up to Barnes and Noble and hope that you could like sneak a read of the strategy.
if they
guide
don't
and
have a
get,
shrink
get
wrap,
what you needed. Yeah.
Oh, I remember games.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
they started
yeah.
doing that shit.
they
God
did
damn
because
it.
I knew that people were doing that. Yeah,
I mean, $40 for one of those things. Come on,
it was
man.
pretty expensive. Man.
That's like a Metal Gear Solid strategy guide. That's as big as a phone book. Trust
I've
me.
never used a single strategy
No,
guide for those games, I'll
Never
tell you.
used one.
I bought
My
them though
parents,
because I
when
liked
they
all
got
the
me a game.
pictures.
Yeah, the artwork was so cool,
Yeah,
and my
the
parents
artwork is
got
what
them
sells those games.
for me. I'm like, I don't want this shit, but it's awesome.
You're like,
Yeah,
thanks.
I
Fun to
can't
look
turn,
at.
can't turn it down, but yeah, I don't need this shit, Mom. I don't need you.
I don't need you. You don't owe me. I'm an adult.
I don't.
Yeah,
you
for
don't
real.
own me.
All right, so that Fallout 3 obviously moves on. So the next matchup is number 10 seed Burnout Paradise versus number 7 seed Rock Band 2.
Woo.
Yeah, this one is a little bit of an asshole. I'm not even gonna show
Yeah.
I shouldn't even have a vote in this one, really. Like,
Have you not played either?
I've played Rock Band 2, but not enough to like know it intimately. Like,
Well, you know Rock Band though.
Yeah,
so
you know Rock Band. That's
fair enough.
That's what it is. Yeah.
All right, so Kyle, you're first on this one.
Wow, that's surprising. Burnout Paradise was my oversight. I can't believe I didn't have that on my list. They're re-releasing that this year. It's happening.
yeah.
We're gonna get that game again.
I
and
love that game so
is
much, dude.
Fucking awesome. It did kill the crash mode, so fuck that game for that. But whatever. It'll be fine. It's still gonna be really fun to like pick up that game and like get on with you and like powwow around and like do jumps and do races and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
that's what
gonna
was
be a
so
lot
fun
of
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, the Rock Band 2's got to win. I have too many like drunken party nights that game was like the center of to ever. I don't know. That's going to carry that game far for me. Is just like the time that you have with that game, the experience itself. And on top of that, it's a really solid game. Got a solid story mode. It's got a fun band mode. It's got a great track list. So I think I got to go Rock Band 2.
Nice.
I realized I was
next,
burning a
and,
lot of my points. So
That is absolutely my vote too. Is Rock Band 2, even though, this is definitely difficult because Burnout Paradise for me, they were kind of neck and neck in terms of where I ranked them on my list. But yeah, Burnout Paradise is awesome. I was blown away when I first played that game. I didn't know. I remember Burnout being crash focused, but I don't remember like to what degree. I just remember it looked cool. And then Burnout Paradise is like that's all there is, but it's like a open world city
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
drive through, and that's so fucking awesome. And how my brother and I could just like play online and fuck around. That was always such a blast. Like every time I would stumble
Well,
across,
it was one of those games that like they integrated the like live updating system or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it would tell me, hey, you just did a jump, but Jeff actually did a jump twice as high and twice as cool over here. So if you want to beat that, maybe go back and try and jump again. I'm like, man, what? Like everything that you did in that game was calculated and graded upon your entire friends list who of the people who were playing that game.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
That was really rad. I don't remember a racing game doing that. I guess it's a racing game. It's more of a chaos game with a car.
It's way more of a chaos game. Sometimes you go from point A to point B, but
yeah, sometimes when there's a race, I just drive right through that intersection, not fucking bothering. Yeah. Still a great game, and it holds up, I think. The PC version still works fine. So if you want to play it, you'd have fun still. But Rock Band 2...
release, it's going to be great.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. But yeah, Rock Band 2, we'll talk about a little bit in the near future. In the future. And JD, your vote doesn't matter, but it will in the next round because you're first. So
cool.
The next round is two games I can't even speak to, so this will be fun for me. Number 14 seed Fable 2 versus number 3 seed Metal Gear Solid 4.
What?
Yeah.
God damn.
This is so serendipitous. What have I been saying this whole episode?
That you love Fable 2 more than any other game in this list.
Yeah, that's exactly the message that I want to translate. Yeah, that's great.
JD, you're first, I guess. Go on Legacy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know where I'm going. I'm going Metal Gear Solid. This was just, I think, the first entry where I didn't have a PlayStation anymore. So, never got to it. But yeah, I mean, Fable, I know by name, and I mean, I had a lot of friends that played it. I had somebody that worked that would at my old bank that would play that shit on his computer. He'd be like, "Dude, come over here. You can fart on people." I'm like,
that's your main takeaway for Fable.
Yeah, that really is like that was his big thing. He was like, "Oh, you go fart on."
It should be called Fartle.
Fartle.
But yeah, I mean, I'm familiar enough with it to know about it. I'm not again kind of not sure how I feel about it winning Game of the Year over a Metal Gear Solid title, just in principle. But yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go Metal Gear.
All right, and Kyle's not gonna vote at all in this round, so I'm just kidding. Hey Kyle, where do you vote?
I'm actually gonna vote Fable 2. I think it's just I think they had it right all those years. No. Metal Gear Solid wins for me for a landslide. I'm not even going to talk about that game right now. Fable 2, since I guess we're setting it off, I will say it's really cool. I like a lot of the decisions they made in that game. I don't want to say I like the story, but it was like it was a story that got you like through and everything, and it was engaging enough to kind of made you care about what was happening next, even though I couldn't tell you a single plot beat that happened in that game. I remember the humor being really good, but it's always really good, and I just really like the real estate and everything in that game where you're buying shops and everything, and buying houses and stuff and starting families as many times as you wanted if you were that kind of hero, a polyamorous hero. I don't know, there's a lot of cool stuff about Fable 2, but Metal Gear Solid is just it may be a perfect game. So yeah, it's going to be Metal Gear Solid for me. Sorry, Fable.
So Fable 2, I know there's a third one that came out since then. I mean, I know Fable 3 is still playable. Like, I know you've told me.
3's good. I really
fun.
like 3 a lot. You're the king, and like, even though they promised that half of the game would be you being the king, it's really just the last 20 to 40 minutes of the game. So really, they just lied, because that's all they do is they just lie. That's what Lionsgate always did. They're like, this game is gonna have this, and it never has that, but they still put out quality games somehow. Not Lionsgate. Whatever that. Lionhead. Thank you.
Sorry, I cheated.
Yeah. No. That's good on you. I will say Fable 2, a big doc on it, though. They took away death from the games during the century. And why ever, like, I don't know. That just, it rubs me the wrong way. You'll, like, pass out and get a scar, but, like, your character will always, like, get back up right there in the fight so you can continue to fight. So there's no challenge at all in the game.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It should at least knock you out. And if you don't want to, like, and he, like, Peter Molyneux, like, always justified it as, like, well, it's not realistic that your character dies and you get a game over scene and then you restart. That's not realistic. And I'm like, well, nothing about your game is realistic, so why are you choosing death to be the thing that you're trying to make realistic,
You chose to focus on one thing. And
it's so weird. Like, you could have just been knocked out and then like taken back to town, and then you have to go back and fight the thing again that killed you or whatever. But like, I guess that was too complicated for him. But so I really dock a lot of shit from Fable going on 2 and 3, where you never die ever again in that series, and that games are about like trial and error. Like, oh, I did that wrong, I guess I got to try it again. Yeah. Not, oh, I did that wrong. Cool, I'm getting a second chance right now this instant. This is great. Yeah, I'm gonna just totally cleave these guys now because I whittled them down with my first health. Right. I don't know. It's like a cheap shot to me.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you completely. But yeah, Fable 3, I feel like I could still jump into, so that's cool. Good for the franchise, I guess, for dying.
It's coming back, and apparently maybe the Forza Horizon team is maybe doing it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We read about that. Yeah.
That's really weird.
That's weird. Could work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clearly, they're good at making games, so that's cool. But all you did is racing games. So, like, it's a totally different world.
Yeah, it's really weird to me.
It's strange. It's kind of like, hey, who's the Michael Showalter, the guy who did like Big Sick and stuff like that, and Wet Hot American Summer? Hey, he's gonna do a Fast and Furious movie now. What? What?
Are you
that
sure?
makes no sense. But anyway, I don't know why I picked that fucking example in my head. Anyway, the next matchup is the last matchup in the first round. We have number 11 seed Dead Space versus number 6 seed Persona 4.
Ooh.
And I guess I'm first and JD's in the middle, so I guess we can't quick vote. So sorry, Kyle. So my vote goes towards Persona 4. So sorry about that. I played Dead Space, but not nearly enough of it for me to kind of have an attachment to that. I played the third one, honestly. Not to not have an attachment to that franchise as much as I had.
The third one was the worst one too. So
do what?
The third one was the worst one.
Oh, was it? It didn't feel like the shooter was.
No,
was,
it's still, it's like
fun,
pizza.
But...
When it's bad, it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad game. It's just the worst in the series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it, and visually it was cool to look at and everything, but it was obviously that was the third one. I had never played the first one, never played any other ones, so I can't really speak to that. I mean, it's a shooter, cool. There's a horror aspect to it, right?
It's actually the first game is actually a horror game, and then the second game is more of an action game, and the third game is a full-blown action game. So that's
interesting.
The actual series kind of evolved to fit a more mass appeal type of
that's
niche,
interesting.
Or, upper demographic rather.
I was looking up screenshots of Persona 4, and I like that they from 4 to 5 went from yellow to red.
There's a color theme for every game. I believe blue was 3.
Jeez, dude, come on. Yeah, I have to give it to Persona 4. It's ridiculous.
It's the same game, dude. I'm like Tim actually called me out on Fathers of the Grind. He was just like, so what changed between 4 and 5? I'm like, I guess nothing. Better graphics. I don't know. He's like, so it's not as revolutionary as you're saying. I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna agree to you. But, you kind of caught me, yeah. I
but
guess.
If that's the case, then it sounds like 4 is fucking awesome. So
4 is amazing.
That's cool. Exactly. So that's my vote. JD, where are you voting on this game, on this matchup that you're completely educated on, like me?
Yeah, again, it's just you guys are putting me in a position where I just really want to talk shit about all these games that I've got a vast experience level with.
It was really good we had you on for all your knowledge and everything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just thank you and you're welcome, all in the same way. Took me away from some surgeries to be here. We didn't do the John Doctor bit this time. I was kind of disappointed, but anyway.
We'll get there.
Right.
It's going to be Dead Space for me. Shocker. I didn't know that Persona things were a thing until y'all started talking about them recently. So I need to educate myself on that. Apparently. But yeah, I mean, Dead Space, like Kyle said, it's fucking atmospheric horror. It's scary as shit. I remember the advertisements around it being like. I remember something about like scaring the shit out of an old lady. Like somebody's grandma's like, I want to play this Dead Space game, and the kid's like, okay.
That was the commercial, that's the marketing.
And I was like, oh cool, this game is gonna scare the fucking bejesus out of me. And it's one of the first games I ever bought on Steam, and it sufficiently scared the bejesus out of me.
The game is hard to get through, man. It
is, dude, because it's not a shooter necessarily. I mean, obviously you got guns, but it's more like, okay, you've got a alien monster in front of you with like 10 limbs, So you got to start like cutting off their legs, and to
Yeah,
me,
like certain appendages are weaker for certain monsters. So
Exactly.
but certain ammo you have to use for certain. So it's like it's kind of this like pairing system of like, well, I have to shoot horizontally or vertically with this gun or that gun. I have to chop off this particular appendage. It's a really smart horror shooter. Yeah.
And it just scares the shit out of you, because that atmosphere. I mean, that's
jumps,
fun.
man. There's so many times where I'm like, okay, fuck this. Okay, no, fuck this game. Okay. Like,
Dude, that one, and I remember the Amnesia series scaring the shit out of me. Did y'all ever play that one?
That's the Elephant Room or something. I forget who did that.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, you don't have a gun, you have a lantern. So, and you're fucking crazy, and you're trying to escape a house with a bunch of weird shit going on.
Like,
it's very
you're in the dark. Yeah, that one's one of the more atmospheric things I've ever played. And I refuse to get through that game. Like, it's just I can't. My stress level, I can't.
You wouldn't
do that.
be able to do probably Resident Evil 7 either then.
Really?
Game,
Resident Evil 7 is the most stressful game I've ever played. Like,
really?
I had to play it with my roommate, downstairs. Like, it was just like, hey man, we're gonna play that game tonight. He's like, yeah, maybe you just go along without me. I'm like, no, I'll just wait till you're free again.
It's like, no, you don't understand. I'm not doing this alone.
He's like, are you sure? I go, yeah, man. I just don't want you to miss anything.
That's a good save. I like that.
That's awesome. I've beaten it, man. I know. Shut up. JD's vote is for Dead Space, of course. But Kyle, I assume your vote is Persona 4. Dead Space was my favorite horror game until Resident Evil 7 came out. I think that horror game pales in comparison to anything that anyone's tried in recent memory in terms of not really your amnesias, but more of like your what are those other ones called right now where you just walk around and evade?
Layers of
like
Fear
monsters?
is one of them from a couple of years ago.
Sure, Layers of Fear, but not. I'm thinking of the other one. Evil Within is no, but yeah, that one too. It pales in comparison. I mean, like this series kicks the shit out of that series for sure.
It doesn't rely on that element. It's got a lot of other stuff.
I forget what it's. There's two of them. Man, I can't think of the name of it.
Like
That's okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's or something?
No, not those, but those two. Like those.
It's the Slender Man game, right?
7 came out. I thought this was like the best last horror game.
Yeah.
Horror game.
Horror.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Persona 4 is like my second or third favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
That's why this year is so big for me. I'm talking like 2 top 10 games of all time materials in here.
Mm-hmm.
For me, so Persona 4, I mean, for me, it's got one of the best stories, the best cast of characters. Sorry, it's just the better game.
Yeah, I get it. And
both pillars and their respective genres.
You are not gonna like at all the next round for Persona 4.
Why?
You're gonna fucking hate it. You'll find out in a minute if you can't remember sooner.
That's fine. No, I can't because I'm drinking.
Okay.
So.
So the next matchup, we're in our quarterfinals now. Everybody, woo! Ding, ding, ding. Cue the air horn there. So the first matchup in the quarterfinals is kind of an epic confrontation here we have between two similar genres. We have Saints Row 2 versus GTA 4.
Fun!
It's fucking awesome, right?
Oh man, Saints Row was supposed to be like the answer to GTA or whatever, and whoever's first. I have a lot to say about this matchup. Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
GTA 4. When it came out, people were mad that it was so serious. Like that, it's the most serious of all the GTA. Sure, you have like your kind of funny radio stations and kind of your silly moments, but the story is like really kind of serious. It's a serious tale of revenge and everything. Yeah. There's not a lot of like goofy things besides like your buddies that you meet. Like you meet that meathead guy who's like, "Yo, bro, let's go blow stuff up" or whatever. There's some silly moments, but like it's kind of a more serious GTA. Mm-hmm. Saints Row kind of like came in and took like the nuttiness that the Grand Theft Auto series was missing and like doubled down on it. Like that series so fucking nutty.
Quadrupled down on it.
Quadrupled down on it. Absolutely. Yeah. I remember there was a lot of talk that people were going, I like Saints Row 2 more than I like Grand Theft Auto 4. I remember that being an honest thing. I remember Grand Theft Auto 4 being very diverse, and even to this day, it's a lot of people's least favorite Grand Theft Auto. I don't quite agree with that. I think that the story really carries it pretty far, and the graphics and just the representation of New York and everything. It's just,
Yeah.
You know, if we're talking another one of the greats, you know, like it has one of the best missions in any game ever, that bank heist mission, which created Grand Theft Auto 5. That mission was so beloved, like that a whole series was, a whole game was like produced off of it, of all bank heists and all heists and stuff like that. So like people forget about that as well. And a good online mode. You had like a cops versus robber like online mode, and it was really fun.
That was awesome. I love that.
Super, super awesome. So I'm probably gonna have to go Grand Theft Auto 4 here. You know, even though that I think that like anybody, I don't know if you three are they're gonna be them, could make a really good you know, debate that like Saints Row 2 kind of does Grand Theft Auto better than Grand Theft Auto did that year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
GTA
I didn't beat Saints Row 2, unfortunately. I'm next in this round, and I played a little bit of Saints Row 2, and then like every single time I got to a certain point, it would crash on my Xbox 360. It didn't matter what. Like I would go, I rented it somewhere. I don't remember how I rented it. I rented it somewhere, and then it would crash, and then I would rent it somewhere else, and it would fucking crash again. Like, it was just fucking insane. I couldn't play that game for the life of me. But I remember in the create a character alone, my dude was custom. God damn it. He was like a short, really, really overweight dude who had like a pink... remember Scotty 2 Hotty from WWF who did the warm-up?
Yeah,
he had the
totally.
pink hair standing up, and his face was just gaping. That was his default face, was gaping open and smiling, and like just oh boy, and he's just walking around like a fucking hospital room in that fucking face, looking that stupid. And I was like, oh, this is the tone of the game. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and it's just batshit crazy, and it's just crazy violent. I did eventually go on to beat 3 and 4, which are great, in my opinion. Like, people shit on
I like
4,
3
but
a
I
lot.
like 4 a lot too. I went back to 4 even more because I just liked feeling that powerful.
Me too, yeah. I think
Yeah.
4 is actually not my favorite in the series, but it is the one I put most time into, and the one I bought the most because it was like cross-generational.
Yeah.
It
I
came
even
out on
got
PS4,
the Get Out
it
of
was on
Hell one
PS3.
because it was a continuation, more or less, of 4. You had the same kind of
Yeah.
powers and stuff.
Well, I played it just for the musical, but it was, oh man, that game was just a wreck.
It was like, why is this a full game? It's not a full game. It wasn't a full game price, but something about it was just off. It just didn't work for me, even though I love that series now. Yeah, GTA 4, though, it's just, people are kind of, I don't know if people are misremembering or if 2008 was just a year that maybe Saints Row did legitimately speak to them more, but like, when you put in GTA 4 for the first time on whatever console you got it, it was just like, holy fuck, games can look this good now? Like, it was just unbelievable.
It was totally unbelievable. And like, once that first load screen happens, that's it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you never see a load screen again. You're like, fuck off with that. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah. You can go wherever. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think is this the last game that refused to open worlds for you until you progressed in the game more? Or
I don't remember them cut. Like, I think maybe like you can't go across the bridge right now. It still kind of was steeping in old school like Grand Theft Auto rules or whatever. But I kind of like that because it keeps you contained to the area that you need to be in before you get overwhelmed by the greater world, which 5 definitely did. It's just like, yeah, you can go anywhere right now, and I'm like, I don't want to.
I know.
The next mission.
It's like there's so much to do that I shouldn't do, but I want to because it's there for me to do it.
Yeah.
Like that was 5. That was the dilemma with 5. It's a good dilemma to have, but at the same time, you kind of want to explore it more as you go.
All these years later, though, now, like 5, that whole map feels like home. Like that whole map, I'm just like, dude, I know this map like the fucking back of my hand, and like I haven't felt that way since Grand Theft Auto Vice City or something. Since I've like kind of memorized the map and like the streets and its intricacies and everything.
I totally know what you're talking about with Vice City. Yeah, GTA 5 I feel the same way about, and it's kind of crazy considering how long the map is and how it can take you a full 4 or 5 minutes to get from the city to the mountain.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. And that's not even from one side of the map to the other. That's just like mid-map to other mid-map. You know?
Exactly. It's fucking nuts. But GTA 5, man, I feel like up until that point, that was like the best version of that franchise, without question. Even if with the story weakness in the finale and stuff like that, it was just kind of.
But that was the only weak part of that story, which is the finale. Like the story itself was really strong, you know. But like, at the end, and really the only part. And I'm sorry if this is spoilers, but the way it ends is like someone looks at the main character, is like, "What do we do now, cousin?" And he goes, "Now we live." Credits roll, and I'm like, That's the worst ending I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
You just kill this guy who, like, I don't know, it didn't feel like it was as important as it should have been, and then he's just like, yeah, man, now that's it, man. We did
Yeah,
it.
we're scot-free. Nobody's going to come after us now.
Yeah, okay. All right, great.
At least in
All right,
GTA
whatever.
3, you had people continually coming after you depending on the neighborhood you were in.
Yeah.
So that, whatever. But GTA 4 is the one I'm going for because I feel like it was still, at that time, it was a landmark in gaming. Like, Rockstar continually does that. So, I mean, I feel like Saints Row 2 is fucking great. If any game had a chance to beat it, for me, in my eyes, that was the one possibly in this format. In my eyes, again, like I could be outvoted later. That's fine. But yeah, GTA 4, man, shit, it's so good. So JD, would you have voted GTA 4 too? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Saints Row. Actually, my big entry into that series was the third game for Saints Row.
Yeah.
So I got into that one retroactively. I think actually when I bought Saints Row the third, it came with a copy of 2, and that's why I even somewhat familiar with it at all.
Oh, interesting.
I don't fucking remember. Anyway,
all this talk
GTA
though makes me want to go back and play those games again. Honestly.
Yeah.
Saints Row, they're really
Dude,
fun.
they're fun, man.
Yeah.
They're absolutely fun.
Because you can like customize your gang hangout and like what your gang wears. So I had like a dudes who dressed up as ninjas who used assault rifles, and we hung out like in a vampire den. You know, like, it was fucking rad, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd.
We were goth as fuck, but only in the hideout. When we went out, we were ninjas. That's how.
Of course. I mean, you gotta keep that image, man. You gotta keep that image
Exactly,
alive. But yeah, it would have been GTA 4 for me, dude. I've never played 5. I know, shocker. I haven't played the new great game.
Like,
it's fucking weird, right?
That's the offense. Like, I know we always joke about.
Can I say something right now, JD?
Yeah.
What?
Dudes.
No. What?
Dudes.
Dude?
Okay.
You should.
When did 5 came out? It was like 13, right?
Yeah.
2013. Broke as fuck in 2013. Okay.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Do you have a computer that can play it?
Yeah, I mean it can, but I'm one of those snobs in the sense that like if I can't max it out, I'm not gonna do it.
You did at least get Red Dead, right?
Huh?
You did at least get Red Dead, right?
I played Red Dead on my old Xbox.
Oh, okay. Thank fucking God. All right, cool.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Because for me, ranks higher than GTA. Even though I love GTA 5, like I think it's just an immaculately made game. It's just Red Dead.
If everyone thinks that Red Dead 2 is going to come out and not fucking shake the entire industry, you're stupid. You're so
People
stupid.
will be like, oh,
that
this
game's
is the
gonna
standard
come
now.
out and it is going to murder. Like, it's just, like, we may as well cancel Game of the Year discussions this year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
There's no
mean?
point.
Like, I just, like, why even talk about it?
If it comes out, I'm gonna say if.
It's not coming out in October. It's so in Rockstar's MO to like push it back a third time. So we're at 2 now.
It's funny, like this time I have a Rockstar title coming out. I didn't talk to you before as much as I do now about titles coming out. So like I didn't pay attention to the release pattern or delay pattern that they had with GTA 5 and previous titles.
It's horrible.
Yeah, when you were like, oh, it's their MO, I was like, what are you talking about? And then I looked it up and it was like GTA 5 announced for 2010. Sure enough, like
it came out 3 years later, yeah.
Exactly.
And remember, they were talking about it 2 years before 2010, so it's just like we were hearing about that game I was just like, I'm fucking sick of hearing about this game at this point.
I'm looking for the development of it, because I do remember them announcing it for a certain year, and it was like, oh yeah, first announced for 2011, so they pushed it 2 years later to Q2 2017, actually Q3 because it came out in September.
Remember. It was supposed to come out last October. It's now coming out this October. We still really have a year of pushbacks in Rockstar kind of history to like. Yeah. And you guys, it will get. It's not coming out in October.
And
like
inevitably,
I'm making that assumption right now that it just won't. Right. I just don't think it will.
And inevitably, our top 10 lists that were from this year of most anticipated games will just like 5 of those will be in our top 10 most anticipated for 2019.
Next year.
So
yeah. Sorry,
it
guys.
fucking happens. Anthem's already in there. It happens. You know.
Yep.
Whatever. That's part of life.
Anthem saw Destiny just failing right now, and they're like, "Oh, we better go back to the drawing board."
Yeah, exactly. And that's such a bummer because like I was legitimately like defending Destiny 2. You guys, it's not that bad. And then I noticed I never got back to it after I got the expansion.
Okay.
So now I'm bummed out. You know, like oh shit, they were right the whole time. Like there's something that keeps you from playing it. It's such a bummer. But yeah, GTA 4 moves on unanimously, fairly. All right, so the next matchup is it's between two games. One of them I can't really speak on, unfortunately. We have Super Smash Brothers Brawl versus Left 4 Dead.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well.
Well.
I say that, but
I'm gonna let my dog out to drink some water while you guys talk about it because JD, you're first, and then it goes Kyle.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
JD, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, this one, like at first, kind of like the wow, like that seems hard, but it's really not when I think about it. It's going to be Left 4 Dead. I mean, Super Smash Brothers, yeah, that might have been my entry into the franchise, and definitely got a lot of, I would say, different types of social experiences. Like, you don't need to be a hardcore gamer to be decent at Super Smash Brothers. You just kind of have to be there. Left 4 Dead was something that I played on my PC with my roommate and a lot of his friends, and I hate to say it, kind of was that guy that was like, "Oh, look, a witch! I'm gonna go touch her." Like, I was that.
Yeah,
fucking
we all were. We're all.
I was
guy
that
at that
fucking
point.
guy, absolutely. And my Steam name is so ridiculous. Fucking Murderface is my Steam name.
Oh, nice, Metalocalypse.
So yeah, so and like so everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing, Murderface?" I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm
My
doing.
face is getting murdered.
Yeah, my face. Look at this wet. See, it's crazy.
Ah, yeah, look at that. That's a good impression.
Well, thanks. I mean, I am Murderface. I mean, that's what I do.
Fucking Brendan Small's a genius, man.
Such a segue, man. My favorite thing is when he's just like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? You have a great day. Can you
give me that for me?"
God, dude, that show is one of my favorite
I love it,
fucking
dude. I fucking
cartoons
love Metalocalypse.
ever. Oh man. Oh my god. What a great segue. Anyway, it is gonna be what the fuck? What's our fucking round right now?
Oh,
Left
sorry.
4 Dead
Super.
versus
I'm glad I came back right when I did.
Yeah, welcome back. You missed my Murderface impression. It was
Yeah,
fun.
it was really good.
Damn it! I wish I knew what that was. All right, so Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yeah, it's gonna be Left 4 Dead. That's what it is.
Okay,
Because
okay.
yeah, Super Smash Brothers is fun, but Left 4 Dead I think it's a more serious game, and it's got a it means a little bit more to me in retrospect.
We'll just
Because
see about that, JD.
okay.
Oh yeah, Kyle. You're next, sorry.
This is a really hard round for me.
Oh wow, interesting. All right.
I played this game with two different groups of friends.
Yeah.
Both groups of friends, one was like my childhood group of friends playing Super Smash Brothers because we've been playing it since the 64 days. And then I had my new group of friends, my party friends, who we played Left 4 Dead together when we weren't like, getting alcohol poisoning. So it's just like these are like two different groups of friends, two different types of games, two different types of like climate, you know what I mean? It's just, man, it's crazy, but they're both kind of, and two different types of multiplayer games. Like, Left 4 Dead, you're playing in your own houses, like your buddies across town like playing it and you're playing it,
Right.
Smash Brothers, you're playing it right next to each other, so you're like
True.
you're shoving people when they hit you, or when
Oh,
you
God,
trip, you
yeah.
throw your controller down and like jump on your friend, like because you're so mad at that stupid fucking mechanic. And Super Smash Brothers, it like ruined my favorite character. Like Sheik was no longer good or anything. All her knockbacks were really bad, and all of her recoveries are really bad. And she was just squishy and everything, which she wasn't like in Melee. So I had or he. It just depends on what your perspective is on male and female type
Just assume it's
androgynous
gender.
characters. Well, it's an androgynous character in
Yeah.
Ocarina. It's a girl playing a male, but like, so I don't know. You fucking figure it out. You fucking SJWs.
Yeah, and you know what? There's cucks in that game. The cuckoos. So there
Yeah,
you
the
go.
cuckoos. Yeah, there's a lot of cucks.
Oh
in
my
that.
god.
That was my favorite thing of that game. Sorry.
No, that's good. So I had to change to my new character, Starwolf from some Star Fox, who I became really good with, and then they didn't bring him back for the Wii U version. I'm like, can this series just fuck off? Can this series like just stick with me for a bit here? So yeah, it's just every single game of that series, I'm having to find a new character because they just change how people feel like in those games. And again, bro, like
Ike. I don't know why.
Ike was my best when I was playing 4-player matches. Ike was my best character.
Ike is slow, so your timing has to be.
He is slow, but his
perfection.
knockbacks are insane.
Yeah, but dude, everybody used to just be like, "Oh, it's fucking easy mode." No, it's not. Like, no, sorry,
It's not,
I'm not.
No, yeah. Well, they say that, and then they choose him, and they're like, "Oh, I can't use him." Yeah, because he's hard, dude. He's a hard
exactly.
character. to use.
Okay, good. Validation. Like fucking 10 years
Respect,
later.
Katie. I can't believe you play Ike.
Thank
that's
you.
That's a complex character, I would say.
Thank you.
Especially with getting on, because you have to decide whether or not to do the uppercut to get on or the dash forward. It just depends on how far you are.
Right.
Right, Jeff?
Totally.
So.
Oh, hey, look! Somebody joined the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequel.
Oh, really?
Let's talk about that.
Oh well, it's the lead actress from Phantom Thread, the one who plays Daniel Day Lewis's love interest. That cast is completely filling out. That movie's coming out this year, so that's cool.
Why did I forget the other entry? It was Super Smash Brothers and what?
And
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. So Left 4 Dead. Even though Super Smash Brothers is ahead for me, and maybe I have more nostalgia for it, I think I'm going to go Left 4 Dead as well.
Okay.
That's probably what I would have voted too if it ended up split somehow. Obviously, because I didn't fucking play the other one. Whatever, that's fine. Semantics, right? So the next matchup is one that's incredibly difficult for me. Maybe not so much for you guys. It's Rock Band 2 versus Fallout 3. And I'm first in this round, and I'm gonna go kill myself real quick. Don't
do it. Don't do it. You have so much stuff to give.
Not really. Maybe just vote first, and then you can go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you still have a choice to make.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You still have so much to do, is what he meant to say.
There you go. Correction. Appreciate that.
Even there's a musician in me. His name's Tim. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
Tim Widman.
Tim
Man,
McGraw Widman.
I love that guy.
But some call me Tim. It's Monty Python. Right.
Oh, nice.
Sweet ref, brah. So I do, obviously I played Rock Band 2 way fucking more than pretty much any game that's on here, honestly. Like, even GTA 5, I watched my brother beat it because I couldn't get the fucking dirt bike in the fucking helicopter, fucking piece of shit. So he did it for me, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and that was it. That was the end of the game. So that's how that game ended. And he had to do it like 16 times. Too, so whatever. Anyway, I play Rock Band 2 way more. It has probably the best set of songs from any of these rhythm games, in my opinion. I think that's what drew people to it a lot, is that it covers like a wide range of decades for people to enjoy at parties of all ages. Like, my family played this shit all the time, and they really did kind of they really did refine their peripherals for this title too. I think, like, their guitars and their drums and stuff like that. They didn't perfect them until like more recently, but I did feel like the effort, the fact that they were making the fucking effort. Like, some games are just like, whatever, it's new songs, what do you want, and they really did make an effort to make it even look better and feel better to play. And the DLC was all fucking great and everything. Couldn't stop. I couldn't stop playing this for the life of me. This is kind of where I jumped on board and couldn't get off. So I still love Rock Band 2, but Fallout 3. Come on, dude. Fallout 3. It's Fallout 3. Come on.
The very first time.
Oh, cool, man, dude. This is a little bait and switch.
Yeah, it is a bait and switch.
Did you really just? Wow.
Yeah, I'm voting for.
He just low key voted for the game he didn't just gush on for 2 minutes. That's fucking great.
Yeah, right. He did. Yeah, I thought it was just a transition, but it was a vote.
Yeah, come on, guys. I'm not an idiot. When I first started Fallout 3, I was like, so this entire map is just that's my world. Like, you're a baby. It blew my mind that a shooter, like a first person shooter, could be this extensive and this involved. Obviously we're you guys might be voting on different like criteria and stuff, but in my head it's kind of like, where was I at when I first started playing these games? And Fallout 3 just blew my goddamn mind at the time that it came out. It's definitely transformative for its genre. I can't, Rock Band was the year before. That's the one that's, like, the Rock Band was 2007. That's the one that, you could argue, it's created a new genre and propelled it even more, like, that's the one that stands a chance against a Fallout 3. But Fallout 3 is Fallout 3, so that's the one I'm voting for.
Cool.
I do love Rock. I had to justify because I do love Rock Band 2. Everybody that listens to this that knows me has probably been in the room with me playing fucking Rock Band 2. So so they know I love that fucking game and I love that series. So yeah, that still though Fallout 3 has to be my vote. It's just that's what's fair. It's about what's fair. To quote Two-Face. So JD, what's your vote on this one?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be Fallout for me. A little bit easier of a choice. I mean, I obviously respect Rock Band, respect the fuck out of it. I acknowledge even as a Guitar Hero fan that it's the better franchise overall. Like, god damn, man, the legacy is real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have 130 hours into Rock Band. I don't. I have 130 hours into Fallout 3. I just love fucking around in that universe, dude. Everything about that Fallout world is so awesome to me. Like, I need to fucking finish this game. I need to play New Vegas and I need to get 4. Like, I really do.
Vegas is awesome and 4 is my favorite.
So I can't actually. I don't think my PC would really handle 4. But I'm gonna try it. I don't know. I need some upgrades. I need some major upgrades.
That's what I keep thinking. But I would just like, if you remember what your model is of your GPU, or if you can look, obviously you can look.
No,
I
know.
Probably.
I know. Of course, yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I would just like look it up and
It's
be like,
it's a 680
to current.
Yeah, it's not like great.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Well, never mind. It's kind of upgrade, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I got this GPU in 2014, and it was a forced upgrade because my 580 Ti blew out. And so this one was, that happened. Then my fucking gaming headphones broke, and that's when I stopped playing video games. Weird thing to just like take me away from playing PC games, but I didn't have a good set of gaming headphones, and I got used to that shit. Like, I don't know, like I can't play games on speakers.
Can't fucking do it. Turtle Beach, whatever the fuck.
It was Turtle Beach. It was one of those. It was a wireless one, and it was one where.
Shit.
Dude, they were fucking great. It had a Bluetooth mic, but it did that little weird like pinging sound when it would try to connect. So I had to actually hardwire that in to my keyboard, which was ported to my mic port. But anyway, yeah, it fucking broke. It broke my heart, and I never got a replacement set. And
what
then
a history on your headset.
What a story, Mark. I once had a headset that was seeing 12 guys.
What a story.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah. Anyway, so they
I didn't
fucking broke, and I never replaced them, and I haven't done any PC upgrades since then. So sad life.
And that's with that type of GPU, you might be forced to like upgrade a bunch of other things or just get a new tower and build. It.
I skipped out on really going high end with the motherboard early on, so I know that's the thing. If I can't do something all the way, like why even do a little bit at a time? So
here's what I even compromised on my computer tower because it has like one of those mini kind of motherboards.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting like a giant ass. I didn't realize it was giant when I ordered it, but I got a giant ass GPU. I had to unplug one of the USBs from the motherboard, so my front USBs just don't even work. Like I unplugged that so I could fit in the GPU, and my GPU runs great. I compare it to today's standards, and it's still like, yeah, you have the right one. Like it's so. Yeah. I'm not going to not do that anytime soon. I basically just use the rear. I have like 8 USBs in my fucking tower, so I just use the rear, and I have an extender full of like 12 USB ports. So nice. I'm fucking covered, guys. Okay, let's not. Don't worry about just USB epidemic. All right, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't mess.
I just need to like find $1,000 on the ground, and then I'll use that to.
Yeah, then you're good.
PC.
Even more, maybe 2,000, because motherboards are fucking expensive as dick.
I went cheap as fuck with my Mobo. I got like $150 MSI Mobo.
Okay,
and
that is cheap as fuck.
I feel like, dude, seriously, I really feel like that decision. Like, why didn't somebody steer me away from that? Like, yeah, I really should have known. My power supply failed. I went cheap on that. I got like a Cooler Master power supply. Mm-hmm. That one failed. So I really wish I had some guidance other than like, this is what plugs into this, but just to steer me of, dude, you gotta go high end on these critical components. Don't just skimp. That's what I did. I bought it piece by piece every month with every paycheck, and then finally built the fucking thing.
Man, kudos. And I'm eventually gonna have to do that with my next one, because this is my last one is the Acer that I bought. That it's pretty much just full of parts that I put in there, with the exception of the motherboard and the chip, obviously. But I had another gateway that I was keeping on the side here, and that one's fucked. ET's fucked.
ET's fucked.
I can't do anything with that anymore. So if this one goes, I literally just have to fucking suck it up and build one, dude, and it's gonna cost everything I have. I'm
like,
be honest.
I'm gonna focus on paying down a credit card so that if that ever happens, because I don't know, there's been some videos lately I've been watching and they've skizzed out enough to make me fear like my GPU's failing. And I realize it's the quality of the video I've downloaded, but it puts that memory back in my brain of when my old GPU failed. It just started. It was very subtle.
Mine have never failed, fortunately. I've just kind of stumbled upon get better ones. You know, like my brother has a whole inventory of them.
I started tinkering with overclocking before I knew what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
And
I had
don't know
what that is.
Well, overclocking is where you just basically, I mean, think about it like tuning up an engine or doing something to a car that makes it perform faster or harder.
Yeah,
you're making your graphics card process faster than the factory meant for it to do it.
Gotcha.
So if you don't have the proper cooling and if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, which I didn't at all. Again, I needed somebody there to guide me. Right. You can fuck up it will fuck up your shit.
It will fuck up your shit, Murph.
It will fuck your shit.
Murph. Oh, Tars.
Sorry for going on a nerdy specific rant there.
I'm going to overclock you, Tars.
I think Fallout 3 goes through because of my surprise vote, all right? So that's
I'm shocked.
Apologies to Kyle, but I know that you had a fondness for Rock Band 2 as well. Did you play this one as much as the first one that we talked about last year?
Probably more.
Oh, yeah, wow.
I just really liked Rock Band 2 quite a bit. You know, Fallout 3, though, there's a moment where, I mean, you're spending a few hours in that, like, vault, or maybe a couple hours. I don't remember.
You start as a baby, and then you got to have the fight.
Yeah, there's a process. But when you walk out of that, vault for the very first time, and the sun like blinds you, and then it kind of goes away, and you see the wasteland. Yep. It's like ugly, but it's the most beautiful thing you've ever. You're just like, man, what the fuck? I'm gonna get to go everywhere. I could see everything and just go there. It's awesome, man. It's something really special about it. So I'm gonna have to choose Fallout 3. It's more my style of game. That game frustrated me. I never beat it. I never got very far in it. I'll talk about that later.
I didn't.
Wow, really?
I didn't either at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I got lost.
Have I gotten farther than y'all in Fallout 3?
I got lost on the way to the big ship city. Could never figure out how to get there.
Wow.
What the alien city or?
No. The boat ship. Like a giant.
Oh fuck! Yeah. Okay, the one that takes.
Figure out how to get there. Yeah,
the one that takes you off.
Take tunnels or something to get like there.
Yeah.
And, I could never figure it out. And hours. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to get into there. And I even had a guide. I just couldn't figure it out.
You have to bring a certain item to another place and have a guy give you the map to it or something. God damn it! If I'm thinking of the right thing, anyway, I don't know. That's like where I'm at in the game.
Oh wow. Yeah.
In the main story.
That's
pretty
crazy.
close.
It's so fresh in
kind of
your
cool
mind.
story. You're chasing down Liam Neeson's the whole game, so that's kind of cool.
Liam Neeson's.
Oh, hey guys, can I prove myself right for a second?
Yeah.
So I put this is a movie thing. I put this movie called Backseat in my top 10 most anticipated.
Yeah.
And it's Adam McKay's Dick Cheney movie with Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah.
It got a release date of December 21st. So
nice.
Just proving myself right, guys. Just gonna say.
Oh, that you. Oh, I see what you're doing. Well, what if it doesn't
have a release date?
is it gonna wide release on the 21st or?
It's an Annapurna movie, so that could mean limited release. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. Wide expansion is December 21st.
Wow.
So that's a 2018 movie there, fellas.
Good call.
You still haven't seen Big Short, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Dude, it's on Netflix, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I know. I should watch it.
I don't think that would even make your 10, like even break your 10 of like movies you need to see.
That's true. It's not on the list.
That's
it's not
one
critical.
I've been missing though. I really want to see that one.
But it is really great, and I feel like it would come up in like if we did like a, I don't know, best dialogue or fucking something random and whatever. I don't know. Best movies about financial crisis or whatever the fuck. Because it's really good.
How about scandal movies? That'd be,
there you go.
That'd be appropriate.
I was actually thinking Letterboxd did this contest this week for most memorable monologues, and you have to create your own list of like your favorite monologues, and then eventually they compile them into like a top 30 or something like that, based on everybody's user ranking. And I was like, man, that would actually be a fun episode if we pulled up the monologue and actually read them and stuff, and talked about why it was our favorite. Probably hard to
That's
do a
cool.
bracket on that, but like maybe a 10 or something like that. I don't know. Whatever, we'll get there.
I don't know. Your entry used the word "the" too much, so I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't like how short it was. Next. So this is the matchup up next that Kyle's going to fucking hate so much right now. It's Persona 4 versus Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Jeff, you may think I hate this, but there's obviously one I'm going to pick here. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you have a good point. Yeah, you did legitimately, like, on purpose rank one higher on your own personal list of all time. So
This sucks. Those are two games that shouldn't go against each other ever.
yeah, I know. Not in the
gross.
history of the world. Yeah, that's why we do this, because it's fucking weird. Like, why
We
would these
force
fight each
the
other?
hard questions.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Kyle, you're first in this round too, so have fun.
Oh, gross. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, these games have no right going up against each other. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a perfect game. I'm choosing that game. I don't say that lightly. Oh, a fanboy. I like Koji. Like, people don't clip in that game. You know what I mean? Like, when you shoot someone and they don't, like, fall, like, their head falls halfway through a wall and then they hit the ground or whatever. It's very common in most games. It's something you never see in this game. You don't see jank. You don't see weirdness. You don't see that stuff. Like, Kojima makes, like technical games that just work very well. And then on top of that, he has these, like, great, story pieces and everything, and he's just a crazy person who makes like near perfect games, and I think that edges out Persona 4. Not that things clip in that game; it's not that type of game or anything. But at a time where, I mean, like shooters were really big, during the Xbox 360 and PS3 era. Let's say 10 games were announced in a week. 8 of those were shooters. You know what I mean? Like it was the generation of shooters, I just remember just a lot of clipping in that generation, which is fine. Clipping is something we still see nowadays. Again, clipping meaning like just graphical things colliding with each other and going through each other instead of like the gravity or the physics taking over and like having them bounce off each other. It's like two things falling into each other, like a guy falling through a wall or someone sitting on a chair and then falling through the chair and then actually sitting on the chair or something like that. You just don't see stuff like that in Metal Gear Solid 4, and it's just a technical masterpiece, man. I'm gonna have to choose that over Persona. So
Bummer for one of your favorite games ever, I guess.
Yeah, right.
So I'm next in this one, and I just have a more educated opinion on Persona 4, so that's the one I'm gonna vote on.
Do it.
Unfortunately. So I mean, I guess it's not unfortunate because Kyle loves that game immensely too. So I don't feel that bad voting for Persona 4. That's the one I'm going for. So JD, you're the deciding vote, and I know which way you're gonna go. So I already filled it out, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's true. Oh, I was gonna go get a coin to flip it. Actually,
don't do that. No, you know what you should choose.
Flip the coin.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be Metal Gear Solid. I mean, it's on principle alone. I don't even know what Persona is. Like y'all have talked about it. Y'all have talked about it
Persona,
so
can
much.
I just describe it to you real quick?
Yes, please. I'm begging for somebody to tell me what the fuck this game is about, because all you talk about is how it differs from one to the other, and I don't know anything about it.
It's a Japanese RPG, a turn-based Japanese RPG about catching, like Pokemon, and training demons to fight for you. All right.
Okay.
But that's just the nighttime. During the day, you're going to school and taking tests, and you have to learn things in school and jot down actual notes, like in a notebook that you're keeping in real life, not in the game. And then you have to pass your essays and your SATs, and you have to pass your exams and everything like that, all while juggling a friendship, friendships with multiple people, after-school clubs, as well as a relationship with your family and girlfriends. Yeah. So it's like a half dating sim, half school sim, half. I know that doesn't make sense, all these halves, and half killing demons and training them by night. So
this is like Dayman and Nightman from It's Always Sunny, but like with monsters or with
there's a
creatures.
Layer of the world that exists on top of our world or beneath it, depends on your point of view.
Yeah.
That pretty much is our true selves, like our the souls of our true selves, basically.
Your persona.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what a persona is like your true self, or like your how your soul looks or whatever. And and you can travel to that world and fight the evil people basically at night.
Yeah. And in the game, you travel via TV, whereas in 5,
It's like
how
an
do you
app on
travel
your
that
phone.
again? It's an app on your phone because phones are big now. Where
That makes
in
sense.
4, it's like you jump into a TV and you go into a different world.
Yeah. So, and it's
That
kind of
makes
cool
sense.
because the balance is there, and they do it so well. At least in 5, where it's like it's not too much of one of those qualities at all. Like it's
Yeah.
you remember
it's
most of the combat in the traveling dungeons and stuff. You don't really. I mean, yeah, of course you remember all the school stuff, but they don't live there too long. You get to go back to the killing.
You get a
things and
nice
stuff
mixture
really
of
quickly.
everything.
Yeah,
Like the school and like friendship stuff is like 75% of the game, and then there's like fighting on the side. But like it's way more of the friendship stuff and like, hey, how do I want to spend my app? I have a block of time that I have to utilize to do either forward my friendship with this friend, go on a date with this girl, or go to my club fencing class to like become a better fencer and like maybe we'll win the regionals or whatever, you know? So you have to like manage. It's so fucking in depth. It's crazy. It's a high school simulator.
Dude, that's
that you also kill
weird
demons.
in an awesome way.
Yeah. The fact that people put pen to paper for this long on a game, like that extensive, over 100 hours.
Yeah, I map out my entire week, so I know by the time I have all of the mechanics in the game, my Monday through Friday is spoken for. On Monday, you know, I'll go to school and I'll do this and I'll do that, and then I'll go babysit, you know, and on Tuesday I'll go to school, do this, I'll do that, and then I go hang out with my friends. And then on Wednesday, it's date night. It's always date night on Wednesdays. But Thursdays, you know, something else is unlocked that day, so I'll train someone or teach someone, like, I'll become like a tutor, you know, and like I'll get knowledge from that, and I'll be able to pass my test because I'm studying at the same time.
Well,
It's just, it's crazy.
I mean, I love everything about that, but like, here's the like that genre, or that at least that mode in the game doesn't appeal to all people. That's where people start bitching, you know. So
yeah, it does. Yeah,
MGS4 going ahead makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
dude. But I appreciate you making Wednesday date night, man. That's fucking business time.
Dude, I know, right? Hump day is literally hump day, baby.
Hold on, I know that song. Hold on.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say, because you're trying to say it's business because it's business time. Ooh. There it is. Get the Brett part. Oh. Yeah. There she is. Oh, God, I haven't listened to that in so long.
There you go.
There it is. I can't wait until Westworld drops so that I can get HBO again and go back and watch Flight of the Conchords. Shit, I need a rewatch of that series.
You just need
It's
HBO in
so
general,
good.
dude. It's
I know, but
Crashing
dude,
is on it. It's good.
It's not.
Is
It's
it
not
starting already?
It's not
Did
critical
Crashing
right
start
now.
already?
Yeah, Crashing's already been airing for like a good 3 or 4 weeks.
I'm fucked. I need to get HBO on my
It's
Hulu.
not critical for me, man. I don't know what Crashing is.
I don't think it should be
Crashing's
critical,
awesome.
honestly. It's not a Westworld or
It's
Game of
not
Thrones.
critical, but
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just a
I
perk
mean,
of having HBO.
Game of Thrones, Westworld, and that's. I guess. That's it.
I will have to get HBO before Westworld airs for sure.
Yes, I'm definitely getting it so I can watch Westworld live.
I just
and
like
then
having
just,
a whole other list of.
That's when I'm gonna go down the HBO
is it gonna
rabbit
be
hole.
available the second that it's available on HBO?
HBO Go, and now usually it's the minute that it airs, you can
yes.
stream it.
I think Hulu's probably the same then. So
Hulu normally does a day after for some networks.
no.
depending on
But
their agreement.
Hulu, you have to sign up for HBO through Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah, I would never do HBO from a third party. Why do that? I guess like
And
go
it's
straight
actually the
to
same
source.
price. So you
It's the same
either
price.
pay HBO $16 or you
Yeah.
pay Hulu $16. So
I mean,
guess
I used to
you
do
go
it through-
HBO Go.
Yeah, just or now is what it is because
Or
Go
now.
is for if you have the cable sub and then that partners with it.
That's
I'll
all
get
right.
Yeah.
HBO now then.
Yeah,
That's
just
a
go now.
better
Like
idea.
you said, it's the same price. I think if it incentivized you to wait
Yeah.
by paying a little bit less, that might be one thing. But
Literally, it's only $2 less with a provider. So
yeah,
it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense that I have
No.
DirecTV right now. Fucking DirecTV.
Get out of that, Jeff.
I
Dude,
know.
I'm
I
serious.
Really need to.
It's such an abusive
Seriously.
relationship, man.
switch to streaming. Like find your streaming situation
Probably be
and
YouTube
just
or something.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Dude, YouTube TV is legit.
Yeah.
Like I know it doesn't have like the greatest lineup because it's a little thin, but like quality wise, holy shit, it's
That's
unparalleled.
why. That's
in
why I'm so
streaming.
committed to that one. In my brain, at least.
Yeah,
So the next MGS4 moves on. What a shocker! Oh my god! Holy shit! So the next matchup is what a slobber knocker!
Slobber knocker. What a word slobber knocker is.
This is a slobber knocker, folks. So the next matchup. It's my Jim Ross impression. Fuck.
Did like the left side of your face like actually?
That's my Jerry Lawler impression.
Ah! McMahon!
McMahon. Oh my God, what a maneuver! That's McMahon. There you go on the commentary. Oh my God, what a maneuver! And he knocked it down, and he's down again. That's how he did commentary. All right, so. That's some nerdy ass wrestling jokes. I can't fucking wait until we get to yeah, dude, let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna do best all time pro wrestlers, dude. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, we talked about that idea like 6 months ago,
yeah,
man. I can't wait to do that.
WrestleMania week. So that's gonna be really fun.
Cool.
Cool. I have a mixture of like kind of newer people and a lot of older people like that everybody will be familiar with.
Yeah, it's gonna be all old for me.
I have like one new person that you guys will be like, who? But everybody else you'll know. So it won't be too weird and obscure. I promise. Yeah. There's no like Japanese wrestlers in there you don't know. So.
I mean, I'd be okay with that. I like the new guy.
Yeah, you like the new guy. Shinsuke Nakamura. So anyway.
Yeah.
The next matchup are two genre, I don't want to say opposites because there's shooting involved, but Left 4 Dead versus GTA 4.
No.
No.
Are these really going up against each other?
Yeah, this is a semifinal. I know, right? So this matchup, JD is for. Oh, have fun, JD.
Are you serious?
You son of a bitch. Yeah.
You son of a bitch. GTA 4 versus Left 4 Dead. God damn it, man.
God didn't do this.
God damn. Look.
Yeah, this is rough.
this round ain't easy, Tars. It's just not easy.
Tars, can you pull up all the data on both of these?
Tars, find the singularity that leads me to pick which one of these games. I just need it.
If we brush up against the event horizon, the conclusion.
Look, everybody knows Man's Planet played Left 4 Dead, but that other one played GTA 4. God damn it! I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm just stalling. I think I'm gonna have to go GTA 4, man. Dude, I know, but honestly, Left 4 Dead 2 is my favorite in the series, and GTA 4 to this point is, I mean. I don't know if that's my favorite. I kind of like 3 a lot. I've never played 5, remember. Yeah, I'm going to go GTA 4, dude.
I'm favorite of like the original. Yeah,
What's
4
that?
and before. 4 and before, like Vice City's always been my favorite.
Vice City's great. I love the style
Ray
of Vice City.
Liotta playing the main character, it's so fucking good.
Always forget that that guy actually did that.
Yeah, the real dude legitimately
Yeah,
did that.
the guy who played the gangster in all the gangster movies.
Yeah, exactly. What a great get that was for Rockstar. No shit. I'm going to go GTA 4. I have more time in that one, and all my Left 4 Dead experience, for the most part, is Left 4 Dead 2, because I got the original Left 4 Dead one.
I love 2 so much more.
2 is so good. Like, just the graphics and everything is a total step up.
Mm-hmm. It just feels like a smoother game, honestly. Like,
God, for sure. So I don't know. I feel bad. Yeah. GTA 4 is one of the first games I ever modded on PC. Like, that HD mod for that game is glorious.
Yeah, it is beautiful on PC.
God, so good. So there we go. I don't feel good about it.
It's a shame it didn't come out on PC until like 2014. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, that's when I played it. I didn't play it back then. I played it when it got fucking released on Steam.
I remember playing it so long on console and beating it, of course. And then like 3 or 4 years later, finally getting it on PC, playing with my brother online, going, this is like a totally different game, right? This is fucking crazy how good this looks now.
Yeah.
It was pretty mind blowing how good that looked.
Hey everybody,
it was remastered.
Come see how good I look.
Everybody, it's the pleats. And then there was a part in the GTA 4 that we would always go to the swing set that glitches and see how far it would launch our cars. That's what my brother and I ended up doing.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, no, I remember watching videos of that and stuff. Yeah.
We would do that every fucking time. I would literally just stand there and he would glitch and then like fucking die like right away or something. Or he would be launched into another part of the map.
Even after all those updates and stuff, they still left that in. It's like, it's funny. You know, they're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother and I would like have our cars sit on top of each other, see what happened, and he would launch and I would sit there and explode or something. It's so ridiculous. I love that part. Anyway, Kyle, your vote's next. GTA 5?
We're talking about Grand Theft Auto versus Left 4 Dead. I disagree. I like Left 4 Dead more than Left 4 Dead 2. I will say Left 4 Dead 2 is a lot smoother, but I think Left 4 Dead 1 has the better levels. The level design is better. Just the sense of like real space. Like I'm in a city, at an airport, I'm doing this instead of like I'm in the bayou. I'm like I'm never gonna be there. I'm not a fucking Louisiana person. Like that's come on. So
you could be, dude. Zombie apocalypse will force you to do some shit you never thought you'd do.
It's gonna happen no matter where you are.
It's true.
But I think I think you guys are right. Left 4 Dead 2 is the smoother game. I think that and Left 4 Dead 2 ended up putting the first Left 4 Dead 1 levels into its game. So really, my point is completely moot because Left 4 Dead 2 has it all.
Oh, there you go.
But unfortunately, Grand Theft Auto 4 is just when Rockstar puts out a game, they put out a game. They make a splash, and it's big. And regardless of how people felt about this game divisively, and just in terms of like the mechanics weren't the tightest, and driving was always nothing in that game felt like it was the best. Like whenever you're shooting in that game, it's not like this is the best shooter, and when you're driving in that game, you're not like this is the best driving game. Everything is just kind of like there, and it works well, but it's not the best of like what it is. Whereas 5, I'm like, when I'm driving, I'm like, man, this feels like I'm driving a car. Or when I'm shooting, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm really in control of where my gun is shooting and stuff. Even though a lot of it's like lock on and everything, but I just feel like I have better control over those mechanics. And I think 4 gets it regardless. I think the representation in New York is awesome, and I think that a lot of the missions are great. And I think it's good, man. I think it's one of it's a good one. Yeah. So GTA 4 for me.
I don't remember pre-heist life in GTA.
Me neither.
Now that I played it, it's kind of like, what did we do before?
What happened before Grand Theft Auto heist? Yeah.
But they revolutionized it. They're the ones that revolutionized it to the point where you're kind of like, where'd all the heists go? Like you can't pick up GTA 4 now and expect to be as enthralled as you were then. Because that's the thing, is they started all that shit. Anyway.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that fucking bank heist mission where you end up in the subway and back up on the streets, and you're with the Irish dudes. It's like, it's fucking good. It's like one of the best missions ever in any game ever. Like, it's better than some of the heists in GTA 5.
Yeah.
It's just super good. It's a great game.
It's great game.
Great game.
Fucking
game great.
Getting to me. All right, so GTA 4 moves on. And my vote doesn't matter, apparently. So I was going to vote for Left 4 Dead, but, you guys are fucking assholes. No, I wasn't. And you mentioned Vice City, and yes, I know that game more, and I probably played that game more, but I did like GTA 3 better, honestly. That's my opinion.
I think at the time, I played
so
3 a lot more.
Man, like they're... man, 3 just had like a lot of like some missions never had waypoints and they were all timed. Like their mission structure in that game is just fucking whack.
That's so true. I didn't think of that. All right.
Yeah, like they're so. But Vice City fails from a lot of the same thing where it's just some of the missions are so whack and the save systems are so bad that like you're playing a mission over and over again. You're like, oh cool, I hate this game.
Yep.
Really, that didn't get fixed until like even San Andreas had issues with that. Like 4 fixed that. There was a better like checkpoint system and everything. Whereas, remember, if you died in Grand Theft Auto 3 in the middle of a mission, you started that mission over from the beginning.
Yeah, that was
not from the last phase,
It's a good point.
Not even, and Vice City and San Andreas were the same exact way. Like, you started over from, wherever the mission completely.
Ugh. Fucking annoying.
No thank you to that.
Yeah,
I'm glad
trying
GTA
going back
4
and playing those games. It's really hard. I tried going back and playing Vice City, and I was just like, nah. You press X to go? No, thanks. That's gross. We don't do that
disgusting.
anymore.
We don't do that. This is America.
Yeah.
All right. So the next matchup, you go super high pitched and then you go super chill. The next matchup is Metal Gear Solid 4 versus Fallout 3.
Oh, you guys are gonna break my heart on this. I know.
Oh man, Kyle, you are last on this one. Oh no, Murph.
Oh my god.
It's gonna die and it's not my fault. I just want everybody to know that.
I mean, like, literally every time Metal Gear's been around, it's been against something that I don't have an attachment to at all.
Don't let it leave, Murph. Don't let it leave.
I don't even get to say my piece,
Yeah, you really don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously...
Like, it's the best voice acting in any game ever. Or, anything like that. I can't say that right now.
It's really unfortunate I never played that game in my life. Like any of these games.
How?
I don't know. I don't know. As soon as somebody would tell me stealth, I'm like, oh yeah, my brain too dumb for that.
4 was the very first game that you
Oh,
could
man.
just shoot your entire way through. It was the very first of the series that you could just like, I'm going Rambo all the way through it.
Oh, so it's actually like Deus Ex where you could just actually choose that route?
You could choose, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
If you were adept enough, you could shoot your way through that entire game.
I don't know.
That's what
I mean,
did. would
I like
sneak
that.
until
I
got
appreciate
found,
the.
and
I
then I'm
appreciate
like,
the.
well, I'm not hiding. I'm
variety.
just gonna kill my way to the next checkpoint. So.
It's just, dude. There's so much value in turning yourself into a fucking box and just.
There
hiding.
is, yeah.
From the first game, that's the
It
most
gets
ridiculous
smarter and
thing.
smarter though, so the box trick doesn't always work all the time.
Ah,
So the
those
AI is
fucking-
really smart.
Fucking
for it.
smart AI guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh well.
Pieces of shit. Those human pieces. Well, they're not human. Anyway. Yeah, I'm first in this round, unfortunately, and then it's JD, and then it's Kyle. So
God, I don't like this.
I
hate you
don't
guys.
like. Kyle's gonna like unfriend us and leave our chat group.
Yeah. Right. You're gonna be like, Kyle. So what would you have voted for, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
Oh, we lost the call.
Hello?
Okay.
We lost the collar.
God, what are we gonna
bad
do with-
connection.
What are we gonna do with the cookies next week? I don't know. I don't get it.
every single award, I just say Metal Gear Solid 4 just as passive
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah,
No,
Metal
Kyle,
Gear
this
Solid
not
4
a
is the
movie.
best
You have to,
supporting
choose
actor.
What the best director was? It was
Will
Metal
this
Gear Solid
be-
4.
Will this be like the new Children of Men kind of burn, or
I mean, the Children of Men one felt very, very gross to me. If Fallout 3 ended up somehow going between over Metal Gear Solid 4, it definitely is the one that has more mass appeal. So I mean that
Yeah.
would, and I mean that in a positive way, not in like a you casuals like it.
yeah, I'm sorry to go not Metal Gear. Sorry, I'm sorry to go Fallout 3 because yeah, it's only my lack of exposure to Metal Gear entirely. Like it's all of Metal Gear. List any title and I'll be like, okay, sure.
At
that
least I
sounds
can
like a
get
cool
with
game.
Kyle on that and just be like, how?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true. I have some major gaps when it comes to certain games. Super Smash Brothers, you guys mentioned. That's one of them too.
Yeah, but that's not like a sin though. Like that's
Kind of. It's kind
I
of
get that because if
It's
you didn't have the
weird
right,
that I haven't
if you
played
didn't
one.
have the right console, like you had a PlayStation, dude, you had the means. You
Yeah.
know?
Like
Yeah, that's a good
if
point.
if Smash Brothers comes out next year or this year, like on the Switch, and you don't get it, I'd be a little mad.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll,
come on,
I'll
man.
definitely
Like, this
get
is your
it
time to like
on
play
that.
it and check it out, and you're like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll totally get it then. I'm all about stocking up on my Switch in regards to like
Switch.
Nintendo exclusives and stuff. With the exception of like Xenoblade Chronicles, like the games I know that I won't gravitate towards. Not gonna get
You don't
those.
need
Sorry.
to get that. Yeah.
You know that. Like I saw my friends at work play it and stuff, and I'm like,
Even I'm playing
Yeah,
it right
no.
now, and I'm like, this game's just too I don't want. It's just too complicated for me.
But yeah, sorry. Fallout 3 is getting the vote for me. That game, still, when I think about my time with that game, even not beating it is still kind of like just in a state of amazement the entire ride, basically. Yeah, that's a great game, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I wish I had more to say about it, but JD, you're next.
Man, I don't like being in this position because, like, if you
love
start
it.
putting, no, okay, maybe a little bit, if maybe a little bit. No, I mean, I actually really don't like. I mean, Metal Gear Solid. If you have to put like a franchise thing where we're doing the whole fucking gamut of anything under any umbrella ever, Metal Gear is up there for me. Like, and it's embarrassing that I love it so much and I haven't been able to keep up with the recent entries.
It's not like you can
Fake
buy a
fan.
PS4 now and play that because it's only on the PS3, so it's not
Yeah,
even
that's a good
like
point.
it's a
True.
feasible thing that you can ever even do.
Very
So-
true. Very true. And yeah, I mean, that was always my obstacle. Like, I had a PS2, but I never owned a 3. And for a while, even the shittier ones that came after 4 weren't even available on PC for a little bit. So I think I have some of those, or I don't know. They're on my list. I get notices and shit. It's like, oh, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is $2.99.
Ground Zeroes is better than 5, so
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
well, that's good. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Ground Zeroes has like the best gameplay of any Metal 5, and Ground Zeroes has the best gameplay in the entire series.
Wow. Okay.
It's the worst Metal Gear Solid game ever, though. So.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh man, it's just. I mean, dude, Fallout. I mean, it's my number one. So I feel bad, but I don't. I don't want to kill your baby, dude. I really don't, but I think I'm gonna kill it. I feel bad. I'm going Fallout 3. I'm sorry.
Like me last night was
Sorry,
before
dude.
midnight.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, no, that was a week ago, Jeff. Come on.
Oh yeah, that was a week ago. I mean, yeah, it was totally a week ago, you guys.
Oh man, I felt really bad about Before Midnight too.
And it's funny that Kyle's the first vote in the finals because he's just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
I
don't blame you, man.
You know, guys, like I said, I was going to be okay with this, but I'm just not, and I don't feel good about this at all.
Jeff is the vote based on a lack of experience. I'm the vote. At least I've got like a shitload of Fallout 3 experience, so it's not just like, I'm just picking one. And I don't know, man.
So you're saying be mad at Jeff. That's what I mean.
That's kind of where I'm going with that. Because Jeff, I'm sorry, you should be more educated in Metal Gear Solid to be able to outvote my ignorant ass.
No. Fuck those games. So
God, you wound me. That was the most wounding thing you've ever said.
It should be called Metal Gear Cuck.
Metal
Cuck
Fail Solid.
Yeah,
Metal Cuck Solid.
Metal Cuck Solid. God, I feel so bad right now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I feel
Kyle,
I
failed you. I failed you.
I feel bad that
this is on me.
Walk in a life of wrong.
This is on me.
So
it's on me. I'm owning it.
You know, I would have never in a million years voted for Fallout 3.
I know, dude. I know. I understand.
And I feel, and this is how I feel good about this. I know in my heart of hearts, if you guys would have played this game, we would have been voting this one through. I just know.
You're right. You're 100% right.
But you didn't.
If I had played even 30 minutes of that fucking game, I probably would have voted for it.
And I have to respect that. And you played the other ones, JD. So let me tell you, when I say that, when 4 is playing out, it is everything a Metal Gear Solid fan has ever wanted, and it is so much fan service, and it's piled on fan service that you're like, oh man, if anyone just jumped into this game, like Jeff, if you just played 4, you would have no idea it doesn't respect you at all as a newcomer. It's like, man, I really hope you play the last 4 games.
This one's Guns of the Patriots, right?
Yeah, Guns of the Patriots.
Yeah, so you have to know all that Ocelot shit. You
have to know everything that happened in 1, 2, and 3. Maybe not so much the stuff that happened in the original Metal Gears, but it is so, and the best. Okay, when I say that you're playing a game for 3 or 4 hours of nonstop gameplay, and then it will stop and a cutscene will start. And then you will sit there for 2.5 hours for a nonstop cutscene.
I love cutscenes. I fucking love Metal Gear cutscenes.
And you'll put your stupid controller down and watch Ocelot shoot planes out of the air with his fingers because he's taken over the entire fucking Guns of the Patriot system. He's taken over the entire nanomachine system or whatever. So everyone who's ever had a shot or anything from the military, he's able to take over it now. The game has such high stakes and it's so crazy. And when you forget how much time passes. You forget that oh man, I haven't actually done anything in 2.5 hours. Like a whole cutscene has gone by, all this dialogue has gone by, and a movie has gone by, and I haven't done anything. And it's just the most cinematic thing you'll ever experience in a video game. It's got the best voice acting you'll ever hear in a video game. It does everything right, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't respect newcomers. It doesn't care that you're new. It doesn't care that you've never played the other games. If you didn't play those, it's too bad. Whereas Metal Gear Solid 5, it's we're going for mass appeal, and if you haven't played the others, no big deal, guys, because the story's fucking bullshit anyways. So just come on in and play this. Whereas 4, it's
seriously?
Yeah, right. Yeah, 4, it's you didn't play the other 3. Cool. You probably shouldn't be playing this game right now. And if you're lost, we don't respect that you're lost at all. We disrespect that you even started this game up. It's so mad at myself even when you're playing a Splinter Cell. You can kind of jump in at any point in that series, and it'll allude to things that have happened in the past or whatever. This game doesn't care. It kind of requires that you've played the series, and I don't know. It wants you to be loyal, it's for the loyal fan base. And when it ends and everything, when they announced the 5, it was almost kind of what the fuck are they gonna do? They tied up everything so perfectly. Why are they even making a 5? 4 was so perfect, and you will cry crocodile tears at the end of 4. It's just it's so sad.
Unless you're me, and you don't know what the hell it is.
It's a story, exactly. Yeah, it's a story of a father and a son, and a son who thinks he's hated his father his entire life, but realizes his father is the true hero of the entire story, And in their final moments, like they're hugging and dying on top of like, you know, the grave of both of their mentors, you know, and it's just oh my God, it's fucking powerful, man. You know, it's something.
And I know who you're talking about, so I'm like, God damn it. Like, I know those characters, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking know them and love them, and I'm so ashamed of myself right now. I don't think I've ever been more ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm it's not hyperbole. Like, fuck me. I am the worst. Fuck that, man.
I know. It's a game show, and I'm a part of it. Metal Gear Solid's not going to be winning, so that's fine. It's fine. You guys are wrong, and it's fine. It's fine.
No, Jeff is wrong for never playing it. I am an asshole and a half. This is me.
I'll be sure to put in the description we're wrong in this episode.
Please do. I
Specifically,
support
JD
that
and Jeff
fully.
are wrong in this episode.
I mean, like, I could have done the disingenuous thing and just voted on that.
Yeah.
I mean, just out of principle.
No,
but
you
I mean,
can't
I love
untrue
Fallout,
to,
dude.
Like what you've played and experienced. Though,
I own Nuka-Cola. Do y'all own Nuka-Cola? I fucking do.
No, we didn't have them around here, so.
Dude, I mean, I feel bad, but it's not. I don't feel bad about Fallout. I feel bad about having ignored that game.
but so bad
about
it's
Metal Gear.
good.
It's entombed on that system, and it's so ingrained into what the cell processors can do for the
There's
PS3.
literally no way I can experience that game on
No,
anything
and
other
in
than
fact,
the
the cell
PS3.
processors are the only thing that make that game run. And if you play that game today, it's better looking and better playing than most games that release today, this year. You know, like it's above and beyond what games like perform at. And,
I mean,
like,
should
what
I
look
just
like
buy a
and stuff like
used PS3 and just redeem myself? Do I
If
really
you
need
buy
to do
one
this?
for
Sell it,
$50
yeah.
and buy the game for $10, you're having a $60 experience that's going to change your life.
God damn it! All right, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe so I can do this.
Change your life.
Change your life.
I don't know why I'm going all like pop music on you guys, but Tars.
Tars loves his pop music.
Give me 90% pop music, Tars.
But where were they going without ever knowing the way?
Tars, can you play some?
Hey, Tars.
I like Pink. Can you play some Pink for me?
Pink? Oh, dude, she was sick during that Super Bowl.
No,
National
literally
anthem.
sick. Not like, oh, bro, she
Yeah.
was sick, bro. She
Not
was
like
legitimately
LeBron
sick.
in the finals sick, like actually like, oh shit.
She was
you're
the
sick.
big sick.
She was conscious though.
So
think.
here's that's true. Good point. So the finals against Kyle's wishes, more or less, and he's the first voter too.
This doesn't even matter now.
GTA 4
I don't care.
versus Fallout 3, and let me replace those with a more honest title for each of them for Kyle. This is the Kyle filter that he just heard. Who cares versus who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's literally what I heard.
Like we have
'Cause
fucked up.
Really, both of these games are just really dumb compared
We
to
have
the one
fucked
we
up.
got, so.
We have fucked- You know what? Here's what I propose. I propose that Children of Men and whenever we do Conker's Corner for video games or whatever, in this game get honorary consideration for
You
that.
guys murdered Children of Men, and I will
We
never
fucking,
forget that. For some
like-
indie musical movie.
And that was like, and like that was like week 3, I think, if I remember right, of
Yeah.
this podcast.
Very
You
early.
guys.
And so Kyle's over here like, who's this fucking JD guy encouraging Jeff to get drunk
No,
and
and
vote for a
I
music
remember
movie?
specifically going, I think our credibility is on the line, guys. Like, I
No,
don't
you
think
said
it.
You said it. I wasn't buying it. And you know what? I love once, and I'm not going to shy away from that. And just like I love Fallout, I'm not going to shy away from that. But fucking God, I'm the worst.
So what are we talking about? Shit one versus shit two here.
GTA
matter.
V versus Fallout 3, Fallout 3.
That's what my poop does, is it falls out of me. Grand Theft Auto, that's,
On your wipe.
Grand Theft Auto is what I need to do whenever
Gotta
I
use
need
that
to
VAT
steal a
system
car to
when you
get out of
poop,
my
though.
house because I just stunk it all up, so. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to choose Fallout 3 because it just killed my baby. So I think I'm just going to go Grand Theft Auto 4 out of spite.
Ooh.
I you know what?
Baby.
I can't even.
Being realistic, I didn't beat Fallout 3. I beat the fuck out of Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fallout 3 was very confusing. I think it had a very poor like map design. I think that it was very confusing, like the subterranean and top level like navigation and stuff like that. I think that they fixed a lot of that in New Vegas and 4. But I think 3 is a technical achievement. I just think that game frustrated me more than I enjoyed it, even though that the things that I enjoyed were awesome and got carried into the series, like that system. One of my favorite things to exist in games. It is. I could shoot things in the dick. You know, I could shoot things in the face. I could shoot things in the arm and blow off their.
The best bullet time game ever. Bleh.
I mean, Max Payne's the best bullet time game
No.
ever, but
It's decent. But
no,
it turned
Max
into a
Payne
Wahlberg
is
movie.
one of the greatest things to ever exist ever. So no,
How dare you, JD? Jesus.
yeah, how
H.
dare you,
Dude.
Max Payne would beat the shit out of Fallout 3 any day of the week.
Really?
So.
Yeah.
I haven't played that in a long ass time. Oh, anyway.
The third
I've already
one
proved
is
I'm a
goddamn
goddamn
Judy,
incredible.
put it on Steam, your wish list, Max Payne 3.
Yeah, 3
Okay.
is
The newest
fucking
one?
awesome. It's
Really?
unbelievable. Yeah.
3 is a fucking, oh my god, what's the good Scott brother? Not Ridley. Tony.
Tony
It's,
Scott.
it's the greatest Tony Scott video game to ever be made.
Scott brother.
Yeah,
That's
the
good.
The one who was so good he killed himself. Which one
Yeah,
is that?
the one that should have lived. Oh, did I say that? Sorry.
That's so terrible.
Uh,
Oh man, apologies to the Scott family.
I'm so
Please don't
sorry.
write
But seriously, they're
Scott
actually brothers
family,
though.
Yeah,
Can I just say, maybe not make another Prometheus movie? That'd be good.
yeah.
I wouldn't have said that, maybe.
Right. And if you're going to, we liked Cloverfield Paradox. Make it like that because those scares came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Watch that
Yeah.
movie, Ridley. Please.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so sick and tired of people shitting on Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah,
like, I'm
I
so
agree.
over it already. The movie is really stupid. Okay, okay. I don't know what to say to that. You thought it was bad. I don't know.
I don't know what to do with this information you provided. me.
Yeah, I don't know. You're giving it to me. I didn't want it, and here I am now.
Yeah. So I'm next in this vote. Just kidding. Wait, no, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Because Kyle already voted. I forgot that he voted. Sorry, I'm the worst. So yeah, I am definitely voting for a GTA 4 in this one, unfortunately, because again, beat that game. Fallout 3, don't beat it. Don't beat it.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair. And you know what? I've deserved that because Fallout 3 killed Kyle's baby. Look, I think we can all admit that Metal Gear Solid is the best fucking game of this year. Just out of, God damn it,
who's
dude.
all? You
I
and
appreciate
Jade-
that,
you
but
and Kyle?
you did the damage already, so.
I haven't played it. I'm sorry.
No, and I would never want you to besmirch your good name.
Besmirch
Doctor,
is a great
it's-
word.
Look,
Doctor-
yeah, I can never besmirch my
Besmirch.
doctorhood.
Oh man,
your
did you see that
doctorate,
girl walking
so.
down the street? Totally just besmirched her. That's what that sounds like.
I'll besmirch y'all up in that.
Hey,
I'm gonna
man.
buy Max. I'm
Don't
gonna
make
buy
me
Max
besmirch
Payne
the
3
shit out of
right
you.
now, just so I can start the redemption process. This is terrible. I feel so guilty about a
I'll
lot of
send you
things right now.
a PS3 so you can play the game.
Dude, if you have one laying around,
I don't. Yeah,
Damn
I don't
it.
have one anymore.
I'm gonna go to eBay. Let's check this shit out.
eBay.
They're got to be like $60 now, man. They got to get so cheap.
If I can get a fucking PS3 and beat Metal Gear Solid 4 before this episode airs, can we re-record it?
We can re-record those votes. Like I'll literally just record you saying the title and just dub it over, and then it'll change.
That's
the result.
fine. That's
I
fine.
think
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
man.
go, and you're like Metal Gear Solid 4, and it's just Jeff's voice.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Make it. Oh, it's great.
Oh, thank you.
great.
Oh, appreciate it. I didn't know that you thought
great.
it was great. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I said it.
Oh, thanks, man. You didn't have to say that about me. I really appreciate you saying
It.
that, though. I mean,
Oh my god, I'm gonna fart into the microphone right now. I'm actually. Take that.
farted. Oh my god, he fucking
Take
farted.
that.
Oh
That sounded
man.
like you shit yourself, so I
Oh,
probably.
that did sound like a little bit.
I was
can't.
at a really weird angle, and now my microphone smells like ass. God damn
Can
it.
I be
Yeah,
honest with
I wouldn't have
everybody?
done
This
that.
is the time of the show where we talk about our own farts. I can't fart like a normal human being anymore. It's kind of like I have to shit.
I
or
can
it's
fart
nothing.
on command.
It's just a shame. It makes me.
I had
feel
my
like an asshole.
first gas fit for the first time in years, where I was just like, I'm like farting constantly, and I'm sure I know my employees smell it, but it'll be fine. It's fine.
It'll be fine. It's fine, everybody.
I'm the
See,
boss.
dude,
what are they
I
gonna
don't
say?
know.
Hey, are you farting over there? I'm like, yeah, I signed your paychecks.
I don't know what's really
something.
like what's worked out this way with my physiology, but like for some reason when I'm in social situations, I never have that like, oh, I think I just farted. Like I don't know what it is, but as soon as I get home, it's like my brain and body is just like, yeah, we've been holding all this shit for a long time. Like you just got to get that out. But I can do it on command though. It's like it's always there.
I can make our soundboard do it on
when a
command.
girlfriend tells me
Yeah,
she
I know,
farts
but that's a
and then she
soundboard.
farts in front of me for the first time, and I go, human after all, huh?
Well, this is over. That's what you say.
Yeah, right. Well, you know. Listen,
well,
the Death
GTA
Driving was
4
funny, but I'm gonna have to break up with you.
I can officially declare GTA 4 the most uneventful winner ever of one of our brackets.
This is
because,
terrible.
You know,
You
Kyle's
brought it upon
favorite
yourselves.
game ever made just got kicked out. But
Mm.
maybe the Cuckies will go better because we have a bunch of categories to go through. So far, I have listed. Hold on, I have listed. If I can count. Hold on. What's through R? There's a lot of categories. Look, we have
17,000 categories.
Okay, cool. So we we have Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Breakout Performance, like a person you never heard of before that really killed it.
I thought Vince Vaughn was going to get that because he literally. Sorry.
Animated feature. I mean, these are movies that not all of us have seen, so we're only doing like 3 for some of these. Best documentary, best foreign feature, which we've only seen a few of them, but that's why there's only gonna be 3 of them. Best writing, best cinematography, best fuck your face moment, best cinematography. Sorry, I got lost. Best visual effects, best score, best action. Then we go into genres because I'm tired of not giving genre movies their due when it comes to these big award shows. So best action movie, best sci-fi movie, best horror movie, best comedy.
Hell yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's a good choice.
Please do that.
Yeah. So those are at the end there, but we'll put them towards the front whenever we record. But yeah, those are the ones that I'm entertaining. Those are at least the ones in the spreadsheet that you guys can fill out. And we can discuss, hey, will this be long enough or whatever, or will this be too long? Should we shorten it or whatever? But I think you guys submitting your nominations, we can just work out a 5 or 3, depending on the category, before we record, and then present our nominations, and then literally just say, if there's a debate, we debate it, but just say the winner, basically, like, you know, consensus who's the winner of this category. And that's what it's going to end up being, basically, is us just giving the winner of each category. It's going to be fun. And again, joke categories may be coming later, but for the first one, we kind of wanted to be like, is this going to work? How's this going to work?
We can do like an April Fool's joke category. I mean, that's coming up if the first one works well.
Yeah, well, I already wasted the mustache joke, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I just farted. It was a good fart, too. Well,
Dude, why didn't you fucking fart on mic, man?
I didn't hear it.
Damn it.
Man, I might have been a shart. I don't know. I don't know myself anymore.
Can I just tell everybody, if you guys want to waste some time this week, and go see that 1517 to Paris movie, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought you were going to see 50 Shades
go
Free.
see it.
No, I feel like the one I mentioned is probably the worst one of the weekend somehow. So.
Really? That's interesting. I feel
Well,
like the 50
according to
Shades Free-
reviews, I mean, have you actually seen, if we were just going by numbers and quantification, like, yeah, 50 Shades Free is getting a little bit better reviews than a fucking movie about heroes on a train.
You know, I think there'd be at least a little bit of like hate watch value in 50 Shades.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, and there's boobs. There's guaranteed
boobs.
boobs.
And boobs. Well, I mean, okay boobs. They're okay.
They're okay.
Boobs are pretty good.
They're fine. They're fine.
I like
They're
the
fine.
boobs.
Are they
Dakota
fine?
Johnson,
Or
if
you
you're
know what?
listening to this,
I feel like
the
I'm getting
boobs.
mixed reviews here. You know,
I like boobs with a little bit of personality behind them, and I'm just gonna throw that out there. I respect the boobs, but show me a little something.
Yeah, you
I
know
need
what?
something more.
I don't know about all. I'm not going to get wrapped up in that. Besides the fact that I just told Dakota Johnson she has nice boobs, but I'm not going to get wrapped up in that because this is a sensitive show. We're a sensitive show. We're sensitive.
yeah, we're
people.
sensitive about everybody's feelings and you know, and boobs and whatnot.
But when it comes to 1517 to Paris, though, I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, propaganda, cool, propaganda. Propaganda is
Dude.
fuck.
Thank you.
I know that they're the real guys that did the shit, and that's cool and everything, but
That doesn't make it a good movie.
Cool on paper.
come on. Yeah.
They're not
That
actors,
makes it
man.
likely a terrible movie.
When was the last
we
time they
did this
cast
before.
real life heroes in movie roles and it went well as a movie? Never. It never,
This
had
never
fucking
happened. No, this never happened.
There's a reason why fucking John McClane was Bruce Willis. You know,
Right.
there's some real John McClane out
Well,
there.
yeah,
He's an
because the
asshole.
real John McClane couldn't actually show up for the movie. So.
Yeah, he's
Right,
busy
exactly.
getting groceries for his boring ass life or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
There's so many boring John McClanes out there, like actually people named John McClane that are just boring as fuck that probably hate that.
Yeah. Probably. No, I'm not the same guy. God, shut up.
He calls into a restaurant. Oh, John McClane making a reservation for 2. Do people still fucking call restaurants for reservations? Is that a thing?
I
Everything in Denver doesn't take reservations, so
Yeah, like every time my family's like, we need to call and make a reservation, I'm like, they're gonna fucking laugh at you. They're gonna pre-spit in your drinks. Like they're gonna make like 14 drinks off to the side with spit in it just for when you arrive. So
Oh,
that's
Mr.
time
Important with his reservation. Yeah, that's the
fucking Seinfeld. Anyone can take a reservation. Whatever.
I can take a reservation. Oh, okay, what's the deal?
Holding the reservation is the most important part. Whatever. I do a terrible Seinfeld. Yours is much better.
What's the deal with these people? All right.
What's the deal with that? Whatever.
All right. So that's it. I can't stop farting though. That's it for this Fartcast. Thanks for tuning in. GTA 4 is our winner, I guess, of 2008 video games.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Kyle's,
I don't care, guys. I really don't care. Let's just wrap it up.
You do care, and I'm sorry. I know how much you care.
I'm gonna stay up all night thinking about this.
I think he'll make us pay for it with the cookies like, in some category where we're.
I know, yeah. I'll be like, yeah. What do you guys like? 3 Billboards, right?
Oh, you guys saw Phantom
No, I
Thread?
remember
and I didn't.
that.
Fuck that movie. Like,
No, I remember that.
Yeah, you're gonna not
Wait,
watch
no, what
Phantom
was your
Thread out of
favorite again?
spite.
Okay, no, I remember that. Okay, no, it's fine.
What was your? Wait. Tell me again. What was your? Like, you're not going to vote for Blade Runner 2049 in every category. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm like, oh, you like Blade Runner in this category? Yeah, I think it's a little overrated. So
I'm voting for La La Land. Fuck, it should have won everything last year.
Whatever.
All right.
City
Well,
of Tars.
City of Tars.
City
Are
of
you
Tars.
transmitting this data just for me?
God damn it. We need to record that song, Jeff. You know
All
we
the
do.
falling black holes.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Oh my God.
Wash away the rain.
And waste
Black
away the
hole
data.
sun.
Won't you come and wash away the rain into the dirt? All right, so that's it for this episode. I don't have an order for episode 50. Oh, wait, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, check us out on iTunes and YouTube and Facebook. Like I said in the beginning, we're on other podcast applications, websites that you can find. I'm Jeff Whitty on Twitter, WIDDY. If you guys want to follow me there, really getting fucking sick of that fucking website. I really want to delete my account.
Do it.
But then I worry about like, oh, what about this following I've cultivated of like bigger than my podcast people are great. Like they're fucking great because they
Are we
keep
still
following
getting
up
like
with me.
traction on that, dude?
Yeah, we're still getting
Really?
hits like when is it coming back? So from
Oh my
random
God.
people I don't know. So they reach out to me on Twitter, they reach out to me on Facebook, so it's kind of like fuck, I can't close my, Twitter.
I mean, I saw that message thread because you made me as an admin.
I did
on
make
the,
you an admin,
the
yeah,
page.
just in case.
So I
Yeah.
saw that one guy that's just like, dude, this is the most fleshed out anybody's ever talked about Mayor, and it's like, well,
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's super
I mean,
awesome, guys.
that's fucking so cool.
Yeah.
Like it surprises me. Like it doesn't surprise me that people regard us that way because you know your shit and you have people on there that know their shit. But it surprises me that nobody else ever has done that.
Right.
Like if there's ever a modern artist to encourage that type of discussion, it's fucking John.
yeah.
So I don't know how we were first.
And I like that some
sorry.
people messaged me
weird.
on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like, hey, have you asked John about it? He's like, he doesn't fucking care. We're nobody to him. We don't have
No, he doesn't care.
we don't have even at the thousands we would probably get his attention, but like we don't even have that type of following, This is just like hundreds
Yeah,
less than that people, that are into it and being
but still,
interactive.
that's amazing to me though.
Yeah.
Like it still creeps me out that like people listen. To
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, oh
us.
shit, what did I say about that one time
Oh,
with the
God.
thing? Jesus
I say so
Christ.
much stupid shit between this and that. Like I've said
Yeah.
so much stupid
Oh
shit.
my god, me too. Man, I've said so many offensive things. I could never run for office because of these podcasts ever.
No, seriously. Like, yeah, that dream. I mean,
I
that
know,
dream was
right?
done. That dream was done a long time ago with the marijuana thing.
What
I
are
inhale.
you talking about?
Dude,
What's
Mary
that?
Jane.
Is that like person you
the
dated?
girl? No, I'm just a Spider-Man fan. Anyway, I inhaled Mary Jane.
I'm a Spider-Man fan. Kirsten
God,
Dunst
what are you-
especially. Great,
Yeah, dude,
best
I just-
portrayal.
Yeah. Yep.
Go get him, Tiger. How about you go fuck yourself?
Go
That should
get
have been
him.
the end of the movie.
Oh my god. Go get him, Tiger.
Look, I love Spider-Man too, but I'm not a Kirsten Dunst fan in that role.
No, I like her. Like, give me Drop Dead Gorgeous Kristen Dunst all day. Like, I
Oh,
love
you're
that
talking
movie.
about the movie. I was like, that's fucking like just
No.
surface level.
She
All right.
in herself. Yeah. No, I'm saying the movie. Like,
Oh, okay.
I love her in that fucking movie. She's
Well,
perfect.
Fargo
for that.
too. She's great in Fargo.
Oh,
Season 2.
Just
Hold on.
okay.
Oh, see, remember, omission. I've only seen 3.
Oh, that's right. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Sorry, Kozark's
Oh,
seen
hey,
the first
and
two.
that Adam Devine movie came out on Netflix today, so go watch that or don't. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I love Alexandra Daddario, so I don't know.
I feel like whenever I'm watching that trailer, I'm like, cool, I've seen this movie before, like
Yeah,
100%.
definitely seen that movie. 100%.
Come on, she's just great.
Yeah,
She
totally.
may be my favorite lady to be walking the face of the planet right now.
Yeah, same here. And
Seriously.
she's in the movie with The Rock. I don't fucking know.
She's in Skyscraper.
No, I don't know if it's Skyscraper.
Baywatch?
Oh,
Oh, I'm thinking of Baywatch. You know what?
She's
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
been Baywatch.
Baywatch.
together
But
with
she
There
was
you
in
go.
San Andreas too.
What?
I didn't see that shit.
I
No
didn't
way.
either. I know you did, Jeff.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters, and I have no idea why. Like, that was like the moment where I was like, oh, I don't have to see every movie in theaters.
Yeah, but dude, Movie Pass like bridges that gap. Like, you don't know how it's weird. I've wanted to go see The Commuter for like 4 fucking weeks now.
That is weird.
Because I can just fucking do it, and I can just shit on it.
You're on a train, and I will find you.
I will find you, and I will lift my way towards you because I'm 70.
I don't know.
And I
I
will
don't
track
know.
you down very slowly because
I feel like I
I
wanna
will
see-
roll underneath a train, but there's going to be a lot of quick shot edits to make it seem like I'm a different person.
I just want to see everything. I want to see all the movies. Like, I want to see 365 movies this year on Movie Pass.
I
It's
want
not
to
gonna
see the
happen.
one that I'm like, I should probably seen that by now. Is honestly, this is not a joke. Paddington 2,
Really?
because it's gotten so many good reviews that I'm like, there's no
No,
way it's
that
good.
movie had a perfect 100% rating, which I heard it had close to that last
Yeah.
time I checked.
Dude, the
I
Cinemark app
still
has like
wouldn't see
really
it
been
because
pushing
come
that
on.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
there's no
sometimes,
way.
sometimes the source material just isn't for you, and I just don't see that being for any of us.
Right.
So-
Even the first movie was that acclaimed, not to the same degree, but I'm like, there's no fucking way. And it's on Netflix. I kind of want to find out what the big deal is. Wow, I just burped as I talked. That was crazy.
Whatever the deal is.
What the big deal is. I just want to find out.
Okay, fucking Rick.
Yeah. Oh God.
I just want
Yeah.
to find
Good call.
out what the big deal is.
Oh, come on. Oh, Morty.
God, that's
Oh,
so
you
gross,
are.
man. Oh, I almost can't look past that. Like, I don't know.
Me
I gotta get
burping
past
as I
that.
talk?
Not you, fucking
Oh.
Rick. Like,
No,
Oh,
you have
Rick,
to.
yeah.
You have to stop
Yeah.
it, and you have to watch that show.
Doesn't know who you
I know.
are.
I've gotten the first 3 episodes
No,
in.
you need to cut it out, and you need to watch that show, like right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
do I
need
do
to-
that or do I go fucking play Metal Gear Solid?
You need to
No,
shut,
you-
shut,
you
shut
watch-
your mouth. Shut your mouth.
You do both, all
Yeah,
right? I don't know.
I can't. I'm a terrible multitasker. I can barely
feel
pay attention
like
to the
Rick and
thing I'm
Morty
doing
is
in
more
any moment.
available to you now, so do that first, and then buy a PS3.
God damn it, man! I want to. They're $150 for used.
That's gross.
bullshit
I would
on
not
eBay.
pay $150 for a new
Hell
one.
no!
or a used
Oh,
one,
ooh,
so.
16. There's one for $69.
I would pay
I feel like that's going
$5
out
for a
there.
used one. If you guys know anybody, hit me up. That's about what they're worth right now, right?
Stars. Oh.
City of Tars.
I don't know who you are.
Wanna find data straight to me.
I'm Qui-Gon Jinn. and
You know
I'm
what?
here to
Maybe I'll go
train
hate
you.
watch Den of Thieves or something. I've heard everybody's like, "Oh, it's a rip off of Heat." Cool. Maybe that'll be fucking
Heat
fun.
slash
I actually
Conan
wanna see that
slash
movie.
Everything.
It's getting trashed on in reviews, but I had 2 people at work who
Dude,
who
Stuckman-
really liked it, yeah.
Stuckman said some decent things.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do y'all
he's
think
got
about
he's
him
got
overall?
Like a kind of a
I don't know
regular.
who Stuckman is. I don't
Chris
know what you're talking
Stuckman,
about.
He's kind
Chris
of got
Stuckman?
he's got like a regular dude opinion, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like he has a handle on the artsy shit. Not like I do, but I feel like he does. Usually, he appreciates a lot of the same things that, well, I mean, that you point out to me that are artsy about movies. Basically, the two of you.
So I'm Chris Stuckman,
yeah.
is what you're saying. I'm Chris Stuckman.
No.
Thanks.
There are some things
I
he
appreciate it.
he didn't
I
like
appreciate you saying that about
Cloverfield.
me. You didn't have to say that.
He doesn't-
Dude, nobody liked Cloverfield.
I mean, he pointed out a lot of flaws, and I'm like, dude, bro, like, I that was the first review of his. I'm like, dude, bro.
Dude, we're the first 3 people.
thought you were gonna be
We're the
with
only
us.
3 people in the world that like that movie. So.
Yeah, apparently the people that are like in the 60% range on Cloverfield, that's 3 of them. or
Yeah,
less.
But
Yep.
but that's weird because it's not like we had time to influence each other's opinions or anything.
No,
Because
no,
we
we were
watched
all
it-
watching it. I was
you were
10, 15
you were
minutes
delayed.
behind you guys.
Yeah, you were delayed a little bit, but that's fine. We all fucking loved that movie genuinely,
Yeah.
and I just didn't like. I wowed at the end of it,
Yeah, me too.
and I feel like
Hey.
the internet.
Wow,
I
this
still
like fit in
seriously-
so well.
You
I think they
monster.
released 2 different
head.
versions of the movie on purpose to actually literally split reality,
Yeah.
and like I really
me
think
too.
that'd be something
Yeah,
that they
I
did.
think the
It's like,
majority
what
of people
fucking
saw the
movie did
bad
you watch?
version, and we saw the
Yeah.
good version.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
earned enough. They're big EoC fans, so they're like, we're gonna give this guy's a goods.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah,
J.J.
we're gonna give him
Abrams was totally
the
on our
prime,
side
the
on
prime
doing
movie
that,
here.
yeah.
You know, it's because you got a guy with letters. You know, only letters in his name.
Yep,
And all the
exactly.
people who are trying to be like, well, if the movie takes place during the time frame of the first movie, why does everybody not have foot? Shut up! A hadron collider was turned on. Stop it!
Look,
Like, stop doing that.
This movie dealt with 2 known realities, but who the fuck is to say that there's not
Maybe
multiple out
I
there,
actually
you
think
know?
that by the end of the movie, they're in a third reality.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
I would like to think that what they did rippled across many dimensions, including
Yeah,
the
me
one
too.
that's
Yeah,
in
me
the
too.
first
I
movie.
think that
for
they
the
are
story,
not in their
keeping it-
original dimension at the end of the movie, though.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like I don't
Yeah.
think so at all.
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
It's still a universe I'm very intrigued by, and I can't wait for the next one, the World War II one, which
Me too.
is apparently coming
Oh,
this
there's
year.
so
which
many
is pretty
Nazis. Yeah.
cool. That should be interesting. I'm
Love
wondering
me
how
some
that's
Nazis.
gonna.
Y'all know this.
Spoilers for the
Yeah, JD
Paradox
loves
movie,
Nazis.
I guess. Sorry.
What were you saying, Kyle? Sorry.
I said spoiler for the Paradox movie, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. There was no TARS in that to explain things to us. That's
There's
unfortunate.
no TARS.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Tars, turn your Cloverfield setting to 0 for this one.
Do
Just
not
turn it
go
down.
Gentile into that good night.
The size of a tangerine.
Tangerine.
What good is
My
having a
God.
penthouse if you can just sleep in the bunker?
Oh my god.
Sorry, that's some Dark Knight. Sorry. Oh man, we should just literally do an impressions episode. Like, who can top 10
It'd be
celebrities
like
we can do
just
an
you
impression
guys
of?
and me just going like, oh, you.
Don't sell it,
dude, we
don't
could
sell
have you be a
yourself short. You
judge.
can definitely rock out some good ones, man.
We can have
You got
Kyle be
this?
a judge. And,
Ooh.
There we
No,
go.
that could be like, God, what if one of us like does a clean sweep? That'd be just demoralizing.
it'd be
Yeah,
the shortest
right.
episode.
Like, yeah,
ever.
you should.
Yeah.
The other person should never do
'Cause, yeah.
impressions again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still working. If I work on my John Lithgow, and we know our podcast has gone to another level.
Dude, your Lithgow is like, it's at
It's
the
close.
precipice.
Getting there, man.
It's
It's
you're on
super
the,
close.
You're on the right track.
I think you should bring it to a live audience. I think you're
You know-
done like
Oh my
testing
God.
I think with Lithgow, the key would be like doing Gandalf at a higher timbre, like focus on it like that. It's like, it's just less like, Dexter.
I was
I'm
doing an
killing-
Undertaker the impression the other day, and I thought I nailed it, and now I don't think I can. Hold on. I think I can do it again.
Don't you hate that when you know it worked at one time and you just can't fucking get it?
Peace.
I used to do Jar Jar Binks and then Gollum came around and just fucked that whole thing
Oh
up.
man.
How does one fuck
Shawn
with one from the
Michaels.
other? Jar
I can't
Jar
do
is
Shawn
so
Michaels
like, Misa gonna move, Misa.
Dude, every time I try to do Jar Jar, it's just
Starlet from us.
It just
Like,
turns
it just-
into that, yeah.
Starlet, you filthy amateurs.
That's so good. You're doing a great one.
Oh, thank you, precious.
Do you think that your voice would like just completely disappear if we did a full podcast with Gollum?
oh my dude, I wouldn't even know. I don't think I would exist as an individual after
Gollum,
that.
what's your vote on this one?
It's Metal Gear Silence, precious. Yes.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's my
You're
I could be like,
pièce de
fucking
resistance,
hell
like-
yeah, you
know-
motherfucking,
dude, it's your
you
Stone
got
Cold.
your goddamn Stone Cold Stunner.
Hey, Stone Cold, can you give us a beer, please? Yes.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like anybody that's like, I could do a Gollum impression. No, you can't. Like, I'm sorry, fuck you, because you got to do Smeagol and Gollum.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be both. I've never met anybody else that can do both. Anyway,
I,
there's my pat on the back. I needed it after fucking this whole episode up.
Yeah, no.
if anyone needs the pat on the back, it's me,
Yeah,
and I don't
I'm
want to
sure
hear
it's
about it.
Yeah, well, no, you need a hug. Like, you need a hug.
He needs a hug.
Yeah, I need a caressing of some sort. That's for
Oh,
sure.
I'm gonna hug you across space time,
I'm gonna
Tars.
hug you, Tars.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna set you.
Don't let me hug you, Murph.
Murph, don't let him hug me, Murph.
Oh my god, I'm
God
crying.
damn it. Do
Fucking
not.
Cozart hasn't seen this movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. Do not go
That's crazy.
Gentile into
Michael.
that good night.
Michael, watch that movie
Michael
right now.
Caine.
He's not gonna get. He's not gonna get that far.
No, he's not.
End of this
So,
episode.
thanks for tuning in again. I'm Jeff Whitty, WIDDY on Twitter. Find us on letterboxd.boxd.com at EoC Pod. Kyle, you're on sub-culture.com. You got some shit churning up there?
Oh yeah, I got some shit. I'm doing some movie reviews. I'm really drunk right now. I can't believe it.
Dude,
I'm
wine
doing some
drunk
movie-
is the best drunk. I'm sorry. Wine drunk is amazing.
my favorite drunk. I may stop drinking whiskey. So, yeah, because I'm very like here.
We're
so
all
we're
all
think
Tyrion.
I
We're
think
all
you did
Tyrion
that.
right now. Tyrion is wine drunk, and now that explains so many things.
I drink and
It
I know
does,
things.
yeah. I
Yeah,
drink and I know.
We drink and we know things. It's great.
Yeah, find me over at Subculture. I do movie and video game reviews. I just wrote a Monster Hunter review. It's written. It's there. You can read it.
It is known.
Oh, and JD, hey, here's a joke that I thought of. Okay, hold on. There's a long con. There's a long con.
Oh my God! Shit.
Here we go. All right. So
All right.
JD, when you operate on people and you because you're a doctor, of course, as we all know on the show,
naturally. Yeah.
when you operate on people and stitch them up, they go to a city of scars.
Serious. Oh my God! Did you think of that late last night?
Hate you.
During this episode, honestly, I think it was when you guys
Really?
were talking about Metal Gear in general.
Oh. City of Scars.
City of scars. Why do we make it a Matthew McConaughey every time? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know because I think you can't impersonate TARS.
Yeah, you can't.
Impersonate TARS.
How are you whispering? They can't hear you. That's
Right.
my TARS impression. That's all I got. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Dude. Humor
And
down
it kind
to
of borderline
72.
sounds like it kind of sounds like Bob from Bob's Burgers. It's
Oh
Archer.
yeah. Yeah.
That's how we get ants. It kind of sounds like that. a little
Dude, that impression is solid.
Okay,
Dude, we
thank
should
you.
have an impression battle royale. I'm serious. I really want to do that. I really want
Oh
to do
man,
that. I think that'd be
Woodhouse,
fun.
you are a terrible human being.
just-
All right.
Y'all's best versus my best. Like, we can do this.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to search the. I don't know. I don't mean to talk like that. Sorry. I'm legitimately gonna have to search the impression bank for some good ones. Honestly.
Whew, I'd have to bust out some oldies. Like,
Yeah?
like Schmiegel
Here's an
Gollum is like,
impression of Jimmy Stewart at the grocery store.
oh, wow. Oh, it's, listen,
it's quite a production.
look, it said the bananas were 59 cents, and this is, you're just saying it's 57. This is, oh wait, that's cheaper.
I gotta be a plus
the-
member to get those.
The bananas are cheaper.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we're leaving. See you guys later.
Bye.
Check us out at the Cuckies next week. We're all going to dress up. Just trust me. Bye.